I would love to do everyone on here.
Do you want to do everyone on here? Oh, fuck yeah.
What the fuck do you want?
Oh, shit. Welcome to episode 50 of No Hard Feelings, the community-based show. And now, here they are, Nicky Nines and Foul-Mouth Kane.
Hey, yo. Yeah, baby. On a Monday night, coming to you live from New York and motherfucking Canada. This is the Foul Mouths Network, and this is No Hard Feelings. We're gonna have a little fun tonight. It is the holidays upon us. Less than a week away. Get your shopping done right now or else you're fucked. COVID breaking out everywhere. Happy holidays. Hockey probably going to cancel till after New Year's. Happy holidays. Supposed to wear your mask everywhere you go now. Happy holidays. But we're still going to have a good time tonight. Nicky Nines, what's up, brother?
Oh, you know, happy holidays, shit.
Happy holidays to you. And even though, what is it called again? The Jewish holiday, Hanukkah? Even though Hanukkah's over, we still wish all the Jewish people a happy holidays as well. Because they love Christmas, because they get to go to the movie theaters and restaurants and everything, and it's empty. And they love it. They talk about it all the time here.
I mean, let's be honest, all the restaurants and movie theaters are empty now with all the new restrictions coming again.
You are right about that. Yeah, you are.
I would love to do everyone on here.
Well, Casey, if you want to fuck us, just let me know, dude. You know what I mean? We can get it on, baby, on episode 50, because this is the 50th episode of No Hard Feelings. It's usually a Patreon show. Shout out to the Patreon. Even though we're not doing No Hard Feelings this week on there, me and Shannon are doing our episode of It Takes Two on there this week. Look for it. It's going to be on there. It's about shopping, the holidays, a bunch of shit that you guys can either...
So let me pitch you a show idea.
Bitch and moan about, but go ahead.
I got you. So you can have, it takes two, right? So you could have, it takes. I'll join up the show, and it could go from it takes two
to it takes a
two to
Treeway?
Tango, but 3 to DP.
It takes 2 to DP. It takes 3 to DP. That's a good show right there, bro. You Mars and VP should have did that and called it. It takes, that's pretty fucking good. I like that. Casey, what do you think about that, dude?
I would love to do everyone on here.
Okay. I mean, you told us that now. We know. We get it.
We need to get Casey some pussy, because that motherfucker sounds like he's about to squirt the
No,
biggest
Casey,
load alive.
Casey
sometimes.
says that he jams ass, bro. He's
Does
jamming.
he?
Yeah, bro. He was telling us about his booty call the other night. And he was jamming ass in his room with her. And, yeah. So, and if they ex Filthy, what do you think about that? Do you think Casey's like, basically telling the truth? What's the deal? And he said, what do you have to say about that? And Filthy was like, more power to him.
Oh, yeah?
So more power to him, man. I mean, listen, I don't know his neighborhood. He might be scoring ass over there. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
Every guy listen, there's somebody out there for everybody. And if there's not, you can pay somebody.
Which I completely fucking condone, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, if you need something, right? Like, listen, there is, it's legal in some states, as you know, because you lived in Vegas, so I'm sure know that, like,
Nevada was legal.
Yeah, so
sure
like,
Texas.
and why is it legal there? Why is it? Because they know. Because obviously they're ahead of everybody else, because it's like a therapy to some guys. Like, instead of going out and murdering a chick and raping her, maybe some of these guys would have got off if they were able to get their hands on a hooker without having to worry about go to jail and get disgraced and go, and be accused of all kinds of crazy shit. And you know what I mean? So
So no, the funny thing about that, though, real quick,
Maybe
is
it'll
that
stop that shit from happening. You know what I mean? Like,
maybe, but even the legality is weird, right? So, say I go buy a hooker tomorrow, completely illegal, right? It's completely illegal for me to go get a hooker. Say I get a hooker tomorrow, but I make a porno. I pay her money. I want to make a private porno. Completely legal then, because it falls under like art and bullshit like that. So,
yeah.
that's fucking really strange.
It's totally illegal.
Everywhere in Canada, yeah. It's illegal everywhere in Canada.
Oh,
Like it's not
yeah.
illegal to solicit. It's just illegal to purchase it.
So I mean, there's ways around everything, though. Basically,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, you can get a. I never really got into hookers. Kind of wish I did.
Yeah.
Thinking about doing it still. And it's a tricky world, man. Because I think the hard part would be about it is to be worried about getting like fucking rot cock.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's a possibility. That's definitely a possibility.
Yeah,
but no, I mean,
like
if you,
other dicks.
yeah, but if you're wearing, a Jimmy and you take the proper precaution, and remember that shit that used to be on HBO about that house that was that guy bought. He's dead now. The guy who died. He took over that little brothel in. It was out by Vegas.
What was it called? It was it wasn't the Bunny Ranch.
I think it was, yeah, the Bunny Ranch.
Was it Bunny Ranch?
I think so. Something like, no, not the bunny. They weren't bunnies, were they? No, but he was like the dirty Hugh Hefner, basically. And HBO did a couple of like documentary type shit over there with him and the girls. And there was this one girl who had the name of something Soprano because she looked like Sopranos.
Oh, yeah, Isabel Soprano.
Yeah, and she worked there.
I remember that because I yanked my dick.
Yeah, so like, I'm just thinking like, obviously, my point is obviously they know the benefits of having a place like that, or like I bet you there's other places in that state because it's legal that people go for like therapy reasons. You know what I mean? Like you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if it prevented like one thing from happening to a woman or something because some guy is just so frustrated he goes out and fucking, does something stupid.
Well, I don't even think you need to go that far. I mean, you have to go to if you legalize it, it gets rid of pimps. You could have it regulated. It could be safer. Like women, if they get a client because some women in the sex industry deal with some serious abuse.
Yeah.
They'll have fucking clients that'll come in and beat the shit out of them, fucking rob them, all that kind of stuff. So.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
I mean,
but they rob people too, man. Those fuckers.
Some of them broads.
They robbed my friend the minute he got to fucking Vegas, man. It was so funny. They robbed him so bad. He's in the bathroom for 10 minutes, and they're like, "Oh, both of us in the bathroom." I told this story a couple of times, but it was so bad. $500 in 10 minutes later.
All right, so that.
So bad, bro.
That's so fucked up. That's so fucked up.
Even I'm not that fucking stupid.
But that's a dirty life, though, man. Like, you got to think about that's real for a woman. That's real hard commitment to decide. You know what? I'm gonna suck dick every day. I'm gonna get fucked by strangers. Like, dude, I would never wish that on. I mean, it's fine. It's a job. It's got to be done. But I wouldn't want it for like if I had a daughter. I wouldn't want it for my fucking daughter at all. It's like Jesus,
no
dude.
way.
Where did I go wrong?
No fucking way, bro. No way.
Hear that shit, your wife's like, fuck no.
Yeah, that's a hard life, bro. That's some hard times, you know what I mean? Working in the whorehouse and shit. You know what I'm saying? Coming up on some hard times and shit. Well, hey, like some of these women, and you notice the chicks who do like porn or do like or work in a brothel like that, right? Like, there's always something about them that you're like, okay, their ass is banging, their legs are banging, their body's basically banging, but then you get to the face and it's like, ooh, like, oh no,
I'm not
dude.
fucking her face.
Oh,
a little
no.
bit about.
I know, but like the fucking thing, they're a butterface.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Butterface is a rare creature, a rare
It is,
breed,
dude. And you know what? You feel bad for the dudes that got the butterfaces because it's like, you know they are not opening their eyes.
No,
when
dude,
fucking
bullshit. Dude, alright, so I fucked butterfaces. I fucked 10s, dude. I fucked everything, and the butterface fucks way better than a 10. Because the butterface knows she's fucking ugly. She's got a banging body, but her face is fucking looking like Gargamesh.
She's like, I gotta
she's
rock
looking fucked
that.
up.
I gotta rock that cock.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's kind of like fucking fat chicks. Like the fat chicks suck the best
They
dick.
gotta blast
because
that
they know
shit.
they gotta fucking suck it.
Well, that's why they always said, oh, the fat chicks always give best head.
What is it? The motor scooter. They're fun to ride, but you don't want to have your friends catch you on it.
Did you bang that chick? No, absolutely not. She's fucking, dude, that chick is huge, bro. What the fuck, man? No, dude, I didn't do that, bro. I didn't do that. Yeah,
Dude.
all right, man. I don't know, bro. Like,
I've been harpooning before, my friend. I've been harpooning, and
she just stared at you like, what the fuck, bro?
oh, dude, like I've had fucking friends. Like I harpooned a whale, and I'd be on.
Hey,
public
you
with
know
my
what?
friends,
Listen, man, it's all about the soul and the person, bro. Come on,
Yeah, sadly, ultimately,
You find that
women
out
who do
later
live
on.
in that world.
But listen, you find that out. You find that out later on in life. Most guys, if you're young and you know that, and you give like a chick who's like, fairly decent face, but is overweight, but is like a great personality, funny, has everything, right? It's like some guys won't even give that a chance because they're just like, no, I can't, I just can't do that.
Yeah, but isn't that fucked in general to think that? Because it goes both ways. It goes for men and women. Like you can
It is,
find
yeah,
someone
oh, yeah.
You just mesh with like a motherfucker.
But don't you
Just
love the power
everything
women
is-
have, though? Don't you love the power they have? Because they're the ones who, like 99.999 of the time, are the ones controlling whether a relationship goes forward or not, or, there's sex involved or anything like that. Like 99.99, they're in control of that.
Like I don't enjoy the power because the reality about women is if you didn't have a pussy, I wouldn't have a thing to do with you. Like I just wouldn't. I would not put up with the shit that I do.
I love
like-
this guy, dude.
Like I wouldn't, dude. Think about all the shit. And I'm not saying Shannon doesn't deal with shit too.
Yeah.
Like she deals with shit too. But my wife, would you put up with any of her shit if she did not have a vagina?
Oh, man. I mean, like...
Or would you put up with the same shit from one of your friends per se? Like I love Mars, but if he did half the shit my wife did, we would not. It'd be done. He'd be him.
Oh, my
He'd be
God,
fucking
really?
him, dude.
You're gonna be like, hey, this is not working out, man. We just
You just,
too much fighting going on, and
You're complaining at me.
you have
again,
nothing
and,
I can fuck. You know what I mean? You have nothing that I can like to fuck. So basically,
Yeah.
well, yeah,
No,
guys
but it's
put.
true.
But yeah, no, it is true because guys put up with shit. Yeah, but so do the women do too. You know what I mean? Like obviously, men are fucking far from perfect.
Yeah.
but-
no, we're not. We're fuckers.
Yeah, we're not. And but my point is like they're basically in control, In like most situations, like at a bar, you meet somebody, most of the time if there's like a one night fling thing going on, it's her deciding on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's weird how that works because it works that way because of men and women, which
Oh yeah.
But you know what? I got to tell you that, when they do like gay relationships, because my cousin's gay, you see how he is, and like his relationships are not like a man and a woman's relationship. It's so different, dude. It is so different.
Yeah.
Like they just get along better, way better.
I mean, it'd be awesome to be gay. Like
I
if
know
you
it,
think
without
about
the
it, you
sex,
could
bro.
Sit around, watch sports, play fucking.
Yes,
video
without
games,
the
suck each
sex.
other's
The only
dicks.
thing is the sex.
Nah,
Just
fuck. I mean, if
get
you're
rid of
gay,
the sex
I'm saying
part.
If you're gay.
well, get
if
rid of
you're
the
gay,
sex
like
part, bro. You play with you. It's like being with your buddy. That's how it is. Minus the sex.
Yeah. You can't be gay without the sex, because then it's basically like you and your buddy and your pal, unless you guys just decide to.
Well, what if
shack
you're like
up together.
fucking? What if you're just like, you know what? Like we're so advanced as people now, right? Because we're getting so advanced now that we're doing everything right. There's he, she, hid, wid, did, blid. When they can't say like a person's a he or a she or a, the unisex bathrooms and this and that, right? Like so instead of like doing that, like since they're doing that, why can't I say now? Me and my friend say, you know what? We feel we're married. We feel we're together. We feel that we're such good friends. We're such buddies. We love each other so much. No homo, but we feel we're bonded together. And now we want to pay the same taxes and everything. and be one.
No,
Why not?
I don't, because I think about the love between.
So the only way, the only way by law then is if I put my dick in his ass or he sucks my cock.
Oh, you can do it legally. I mean, if you want to do that, what was that stupid fucking Sadler movie?
It was Frank
Chuck
and
and
Larry,
Al.
Joe, Chuck and Larry or something.
Chuck and Larry or something.
Chuck
If you
and
wanna
Larry
do that
Bird.
with your-
Where's Larry? Larry, come
you-
inside and beat my
But
dick
no guys
right
would ever
now,
do that
Larry.
with each other because you'd be called a fag.
Larry,
Like,
beat
it's just
my
what it
dick
would
and
be.
balls. They were lying about it, you know?
Yeah.
And that's basically what we would be doing. But no, why can't I be honest about it and be like, you know what? I'm not gay. He's not gay. But we're such buddies that we want to live together. We want to live under the same roof. We want to play husband and wife or husband and husband, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
That's gay.
Come on, though, man. That's not gay, bro.
Fucking Broadway Street gay, dude.
Dude, that's my best friend. I want to live. If I got divorced and like something happened, or you know what I mean, like if I grew up and I was like, you know what, I never got married, but my buddy I play hockey with, I play fucking, games with all the time. We always laugh. We don't argue. It's like always a great time.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can do all that same shit without having to get married. Like, you don't have to fucking.
Yes,
you
but
don't
I
have
want
get
to. We
married
wanted the
people.
benefits of being together if we're gonna live under the same roof. What's wrong with that?
What benefits though? Like what?
Well, the
benefits
same
would you have?
taxes and putting his name under the house and my name under the house and living together and paying the taxes in the house and
That's. I mean, you'd have to commit real hard.
being
I
a
guess,
unit. Okay, fucking Nick, being a unit.
but- dude, I don't know.
Stop now, no homo.
I don't know. I think some homo would come in at some point.
No, but
Yeah.
there's no sex involved. We're asexual. We don't bang.
Okay.
We don't
I
bang.
don't know. I mean, you could try it, but I think if you did that shit, that would drive gay people crazy.
So what if we turned around and we were like, like, what do they say again when they say like when you say, okay, yeah, he's not here, or you should do this, and they're like, no, I don't, so and so like that. I don't. What is that called again when they say that shit?
I don't know.
Like
what
I
the
don't
fuck you
relate
said.
to that. Like I don't go by that. Like what's the other word for that when they're like, I don't go by him, he, her, or it.
Oh, a fucking. I don't go by a fucking. Not.
I forgot the
pronoun.
word, but basically these people who
Yeah,
are
pronoun.
like,
You don't go by a pronoun.
yeah, and they're like, you know what? Like I want to be called this, or that, and so how come we can't just be like, you know what? I want to be this,
today,
or that.
all right, today maybe you could, but I think the second that as two guys you try to say
What?
we're married but we're not gay and stuff, but it's gay marriage, then guys would fucking. I think gay people, because they get, not all, but people on the left get so.
I'm
upset
gender
about everything,
neutral,
they'd
bro.
find it.
I'm gender neutral. Why can't I be? Why can't I
don't
be
like
free
that
to
with
be
you.
with
It's
my,
fucking.
my other gender neutral people? Like what is what would like? Put you right through a fucking window. I put you. You understand me? You understand me, Nick? Right through the fucking.
I mean, no, you wouldn't, but yeah. Okay.
Bing bong. So they're gonna cancel hockey soon.
Yeah.
I know you don't care about that, but you're a Canadian, and I just can't believe it.
Dude, the Eagle game they're moving tomorrow because. I
Oh
think
yeah,
the
there's a
Cowboys
bunch of
with the
games.
fucking-
Yeah, there's a bunch of games on Tuesday too, right?
Yeah, their bunch of game moved to Tuesday, and it's fucking stupid, dude. Like that's really rough on those teams.
I know, man. The
Like, that
NHL is
really
fucked
sucks.
right now, bro, because our what? Yep, season is paused. To when? Oh, really? Oh, all right. They're only pausing in a couple of days, but it is going to be paused. So all the
But
players,
it's
it is stupid because you know why? Those players now, they might leave and go home, or they might go do something, and it's now you're exposing them even more instead of them being together on the road in their own
But
hotel room.
I get that, but that's not even it. Like even this
The
newest variant,
fuck?
they're comparing it to a common cold.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying, man. People are bugging out over a common fucking
the whole
cold, bro.
thing
These people are
is fucking
nuts, dude.
stupid.
This shit is
Because of-
crazy, bro. What the
Because
fuck?
people stop and take a big fucking look. It's like 85, 90% of the deaths are people like 60, 70, and 80. It's like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, I am fucking so sick of shit right now. Because it's never-ending bullshit. Never-ending. Pfizer fucking cunt CEO
Yo,
comes in, they're gonna need another booster. It's like, you fucking shut up.
Yo, Tiff said Ken and Nick are talking about the future of men in the year 2022.
I
Well,
mean, maybe.
listen, we might be because, like, why? Honestly, answer me this honestly, and I'm not even saying this. Like, I just thought of this now as we're speaking, right? But I mean, it really is legit to sit there for a second and to say to yourself, well, why can't I say, you know what? Like, if I hang out with my friends so much, we become roommates. Say you bought a house with the person, or you rent with them because you're saving money by renting with the roommate. They're the same sex. You're not married. You're single, right? And you're like, okay, you know what? We committed. We're basically staying together. He's not married. I'm not married. We don't have sex and shit. We hang out. We drink beers. We fucking chill out. We're not moving out because we can't afford it, number one. And number two, we're perfectly comfortable with each other. You know, our shit, our farts, our this, our that, the laundry, that's that. We're all good. We worked everything out. We're like a couple, right? So why can't we, if everybody else is now stepping up and saying, hey, I'm this, I'm that. Hey, I don't take to this. I don't answer to that. Why the fuck can't I turn around as a straight man or an asexual man?
Right there, you can't. Right there, you just said it there.
I'm an asexual man, Nick.
You're a straight white
No,
man.
I'm now
But
asexual. I'll
here's
chop
where
my
it would
dick
fall
off.
apart. It would fall apart when you had bitches.
I would never chop my
over,
dick
'cause
off.
Inevitably, you would.
I'd never chop the dick.
Inevitably, you'll have broads coming over.
Now that's fucked up. Eventually, one of you fat fucks will get a broad to come over, and then they're gonna be sitting outside snapping photos,
Yeah.
and then you're fucked. No, but listen, we're not denying every once in a while we might order some bitches up.
Dude, it's just like I've said before. Like, if I ever
But
get
sex
into-
should have nothing to do with this, though, Nick. Is my point, because you know what? They're not asking those people that say, "Hey, I don't respond to him, her, she, C, P, P, Z." They're not asking them. Well, what person do you fuck? You know, and then everybody's respecting their rights and what they want, right? So what about me? What about what about me? What about the Raven? What about me? You know?
You don't get shit.
What about the Raven? Is it bad because I'm a white fucking man today and I just thought of this and it'll never happen? But what if it was a black dude that was like, hey, man, I'm not gay, I'm not straight, I'm asexual, I'm with this dude, we live together, we plan on living together. Fuck you if you sit here and tell us that we're not a couple. You telling me that wouldn't make some noise?
No.
No? I don't know.
It'd probably be applauded a little bit. You know, but I don't think it would be controversial.
They'd be like, yo, man, straight up, man, my dude does me good, son. He rub my back at night. Be holding
so
it down.
Method Man and fucking...
Method Man, yo, let me tell you straight up right now. Me and Red Man be chilling. He be rubbing my back on the couch every night. Chicka, you know what I'm saying, man? We be rubbing necks together and shit. We be rubbing backs with Earl. We put Earl on our back. And I ain't talking Dr. Earl from that little community on YouTube. I'm talking like straight, hot Earl, slippery Earl. But we ain't gay. You know what I'm saying? We lay butt naked at night in the bed, sliding up and down on each other, 69 style. But we ain't gay. We ain't do nothing of the sort, man.
Oh, fuck.
We don't touch it. We don't play swords, son. You ain't playing swords with me, straight up, man. Straight up. I'm hip-hop, man. What you think I'm gonna do, man? You think I'm gonna sit there playing swords with you, man?
I would love to do everyone on here.
I don't give a fuck what you want, Casey. You ain't touching my dick, man. Straight up. I don't care if it's Christmas or not. You ain't getting it.
I'm just kidding, Casey. I love you, booby.
I've never seen that.
Now Scott will be like, yo, now Scott will be like,
He fucking hates Casey. See how he just a fucking Casey disrespected him.
fucking
problem. Have you ever? So all that ties into this funny thing. You ever seen the clip of the Ice-T SVU?
Wait, the what? What?
The Ice-T SVU clip where he's talking to, he's on the
yes,
SVU.
Yes, I know. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
What he's talking about. He's like, I have relationships with women, sex with men. I ain't gay. He's like, man, you're gay.
Dude, that shit was. That shit was fucking funny. Dude, Ice-T is fucking crazy. He's funny as hell, bro. Yeah. And his wife, bro, like, oh my God, bro. When they were younger, they used to walk into the clubs in New York City and, like, people would stare at his wife and he would be smiling, like, loving that all the people in the club are looking at his wife walk in with these tits hanging out of her shirt. Those big old fucking... she got some big tatas.
Tiggle.
Hell yeah.
Take a
See
ride.
that even that Isabella Soprano chick, she had some big titties.
Well,
They were
my
nice.
friends were hooked on her when that show was coming out and The Sopranos were on TV, on HBO, and that shit came out on HBO. Everybody was like, "Oh God, that chick, so and so, Isabella Soprano. Oh God, oh
Yeah.
God." You know, I'm like, "Oh God, get over it." I don't think she looked like her, honestly.
Not much, no. A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, not much though.
But she was pretty. Some Italian girls are really fucking pretty, man.
Oh yeah, dude, my mother. Like, if I showed you photos of my mother when she was like 16, 17.
Yeah.
For the time she was living, which was the 60s, she was like, I think like 15 or whatever, or 14. And there's this photo of her, and I'm like, I ask my father sometimes, like, how in the fuck did you score my mother? Because my father was like so doofy looking, bro. Like, he was like, he had like this Adam's apple that was like out to here, and he was like, he had this like look on his face and everything. And I was just like, how the fuck did you score my mother?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You know, I used to follow my mother around when I was a kid, and when we would go to these places together, because she would bring me everywhere when I was young. And all these, like, dudes would stare at my mother's ass constantly. And I would walk behind my mother, and I would stare at them and be like, "What are you looking at? What are you looking at?" My mother used to fucking get so mad with me. And she would tell my father when he came home, my father would be like, "Good job. Good job." And I used to be like, I used to do it, man. I used to yell at people when they looked at my mother all the fucking time.
It's a good, yeah, it is a good job. You gotta protect your mama from some savages.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's what I said to my mother once, that she always tells people. She was like, one time, oh, yeah, when she told my father about me, like, you know, watching these guys do this to her and, like, yelling at them, my father was like, "You did that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did that." And I was like, "They were looking at her like she was divorced, Dad." And my mother tells a story like that because I was like, like she was divorced.
Yeah, dude, you you had it all right there. You're all set up. Like, they're looking at her like she's a piece of meat.
Yeah, they were, bro. And I
like
knew that at like fucking 6 years old, 5 years old, 7 years old.
Yeah.
You know? They were sizing her up, bro. They were just like, And it was always like a Puerto Rican guy or a Mexican guy.
I bet it was. Hey, dude,
You know what I
South
mean?
Americans love a big ass. Like Dave Rose, dude. Every time we do on Dirty Round podcast that we do the thought of the week,
Yeah.
if they don't have like a big old monster fucking ass, Dave's just like, you can tell.
Get
there's
that
just a
out
little
of
bit
here. Yeah.
happiness in him.
No, I could see
Little,
that
little.
because you know how like De Niro is like, you know, he's the mob guy. He plays the mobster. He does it, that.
Yeah.
But all he dates is like black chicks, right?
It's black juice. It doesn't. Is that De Niro or is that
That's De Niro, yeah.
Pacino?
It's
I thought
De
it
Niro.
was Pacino also.
No, Pacino actually was with the actress who was in Vacation, Clark Griswold's wife.
Oh shit, the blonde wench. Really?
Yeah, he was with her for years, bro. I think he's still with her.
Crazy.
Yeah, but no, De Niro is the guy who's
Yeah,
into
that's
that dog meat. He loving that dog meat. And you know what?
What's his name? David Bowie.
That's how it is, bro. Some guys just like, you know, thicker, darker women, just like some women like thicker, darker men. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there's some white women out there that will only date black men.
yeah.
There is. I know one of them.
Oh, do you?
Her name is YR. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just.
What's it?
And what it's in it,
True.
you know? But no. But seriously, but no, that is the truth. Like some guys, like even like, oh, okay, so I have a friend who only dates like whenever he shows up, right? We're always like, look at this motherfucker. Because I'll be at a bar, right? I was at a bar once and I go to my friends. All right, listen, when Jim walks through the door, right? Guarantee this new chick that he's bringing with him, because he's bringing like a new chick every month, right? Guarantee this new chick that's coming with him is like hella white. And maybe even like freckly white, like red-haired, fucking just creamy white, like with that dark like lipstick on type look with, you know, something like that, right? You know, really fit and little. Because he always dated like these fitness girls.
Oh, those bloods.
Yeah, like those broads who are like in too much in shape.
You know what I mean?
Oh
like,
yeah, they got the 6-pack. It doesn't.
they
look
got
like
it
there's
all,
some
right? And
chisel,
like some
you know?
areas look like, all right, you know what? Listen, you're a little too pumped up there to be jerking me off. It looks like some dude's forearm. You know what I mean?
They got fucking
Like,
delts.
get the fuck out of here with that. You look like I feel like my Uncle Jim's jerking me off. Like, now, come on, stop now. You two stop. Tell her, listen, you want to date me?
No.
Stop working out your fucking forearms, okay?
Dude, no, it's
Stop
funny you say that.
working.
because I dated a chick who was a fitness chick for a long time, and it fucking sucked having her jack me off because instead of like soft woman hand, she had like these fucking calloused ass from the fucking barbell, calloused ass fucking hands. It was
My
just
cousin
like, oh,
Chris,
God.
my cousin Chris used to date these really heavy weightlifter chicks, bro, that would lift like 400 pounds, and they had this upper body like a monster from the WWE. And my cousin Chris would just mount this chick, bro, mount her, and her name was Isabella, and he would like fucking. He would drill her till the kingdom come, bro. And
Dude, so
and
he likes the.
one night I caught him climbing her back, and I was like, dude, what are you doing to her at a party? And he was like, I'm about to fuck her, Ken. And I was like, why are you climbing? He was like, I'm on her back. I'm making my way down to her fucking ass.
Like right up my ass.
I'm working my way down to her fucking.
Like right up my ass.
You're a fucking white claw faggot.
Yeah, what are you over there? Suck. I had to go to Home Depot.
But the gap was. You got a problem with transvestites?
You know what I mean, Chris? Nah, shout out to Chris in the chat. Chris dates hot chicks, you know. He brings home. But anyway, back to my story. I said to my friends, guarantee she's hella white. Watch. 5 minutes later, my friend Jim hits the door, and the chick is like pale white goth chick. Like with like black hair, like, you know, pulled back in a ponytail with like this goth lipstick on and like these like eyeshadow and shit. And I was like, but she was really fit, like a fitness chick. And I was like, she's got to be like one of these fitness girls again. And when we finally was talking after drinking a couple of beers at the bar for a while, we got to talking about who does what. And she was like, I'm a trainer and I work out at so-and-so's over on the west side. And I'm like, oh, really? And when did you have Jim's cock in your mouth? Around 12 o'clock tonight or around 1:30? You know? But, yeah, so, anyway.
Did you ever date a bodybuilder chick?
Nah, never.
Dude, I see some of them broads, man. They actually got bodybuilder porno. It's fucking creepy.
Yeah, I could imagine, dude. Like I said, man, that would be, like, scary shit, bro. Like, you know, because, dude, I've seen, like, you know, all right, so I saw this porn once where the girl was lifting the guy up and holding him upside down and 69 in him. Look at my cousin writing in the chat, dude. No, I don't. I don't fuck big weightlifting chicks. I love this kid. Come on, Chris. They know you don't, bro. Come on, busting your balls. Get a grip, Chris. Come on.
Enough to he hasn't tried to schlep on the fucking Friday Night Fire in a while.
I know. That's what I'm saying, man. I had to beg him to come on the other night. He told me, all right, start early and I'll come on. And, you know, he didn't show up late. He showed up late to the place that he told me to go live early. And kind of a shit move. But he's my cousin. I love him. And it's my privilege to have him on. You know what I mean? Just like with you. So it's what's in it.
What's in it?
You know?
So we're on episode 50. Fuck
Hey,
me.
the proof is in
Like,
the
so how
pudding.
long is how many months has it been?
So listen, I'll tell you right now. You know, so we're on the 50th episode, right? And obviously, you know, we started out with me, you, and Mars, right? Because we had a couple of times where we took calls and added people in, especially when we did the show here on the channel, which is like, I think we did somewhere around like out of the 50 episodes on here, I think we did like at least 10 of them on the regular channel. I think this is like the 10th time. So out of the 50 episodes, 10 of them has been on here. And, you know, we do it on here every once in a while. Good, bad, or ugly, whatever the episode would be. Because every episode that you listen to has jumped around to a lot of different things, you know. But mostly has covered the shit that goes on, you know.
Well, I mean, to be fair, a lot of shit has gone on in this community.
Yeah.
Like, even in that time when you think about it, it's kind of funny. It's almost like a paradox. A lot of shit has gone on, but a lot of nothing.
Yes,
It's just
because a
been
lot of it
much.
is like a repeat type shit, you know? It's just repeats,
Yeah.
you know? But yeah, so a lot of it has been on the Patreon. So there's a lot of episodes that have never been heard. And I'll tell you, last episode was a pretty chunky episode, and it was on the Patreon. You know, and so, you know, and there was a lot of people that viewed it. So I'm sure, you know, it goes out to people. People send it out, the link, no matter what. So, like,
Scumbag.
there's always somebody who does it, you know. And obviously, you can never tell who it is, and you can't go around pointing the finger. You know what I mean? And they know that, and I know that. And you know what? I look at it as, you know what? Listen, whatever. If I'm talking about the person and they want to send it to them, they have every right to do that. You know what I mean? In my eyes, they do.
I just don't agree.
I just.
If you're not going to give $1, you're basically pirating.
But listen, I don't agree with. I don't agree. Well, I mean, the thing that I'm saying is, if they go and I'm talking about somebody, right? They have every right to respond to it and even hear it, maybe, right? But they don't have a right to replay it on their shit. They don't have a right to, like, play your actual audio that you had on a Patreon. Like, that's something like you're bringing to, you know, YouTube and putting on YouTube now that wasn't on there for the public.
Well, yeah, it's behind a paywall. It's paid content.
Yeah, but, like, responding to it and even, like, listening to a clip, like, you know, a clip or so, you know, a clip or two, or...
No. It's paid.
I mean, I just don't. I get the whole fact of, like, defending yourself type thing, and playing shit and doing that. So I can't really go nuts on it, but, you know, and it's happened, and there's no way of, you know, doing anything about it anyway. So
no, you can't do shit about
it.
it.
So it's like, why worry about it and, like, soak over it? Like, oh, you know, that person could have gave me $1. I just don't look at it that way. So I'm like, whatever. You know what I mean? If I talked about somebody, they got every right to, like, you know, respond and, you know, listen to a clip, or even, you know, in my mind, play a clip. But listen, if that's what they want to do, go ahead. You know, what am I going to do? There's nothing anybody could do about it. So,
yeah,
not a big deal. You know, if I was worried about shit like that, then I'd have a lot more to be worried about. You know?
So what do you know when was the date of the first episode we did?
Well, that's what I was just looking up real quick. I'm
curious about
yeah.
that.
All right, so I'll tell you right now. Let me see. It was a while ago, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
All right, so the first episode, which obviously a lot of them are on the Patreon. Hold on. No hard feelings.
Do you have a fucking bird, or is that a background noise?
You heard that? What is that?
It's like a fucking bird.
That's me?
Yeah, well, I don't have a fucking bird, so yeah. Maybe I'm hearing shit. Maybe I'm
Oh,
finding
yeah, that's Shannon's phone.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the
Yeah. Shannon, all we hear is chirp from your phone.
We really heard that.
Yeah. We heard it. Well, you know what? Not that far away, honey. You know what I mean? Now I gotta scold you. All right, No Hard Feelings, episode 13 was 11 months ago.
Then we've been doing this for a year.
So episode 4 was a year ago.
All right.
Episode 3, yeah, a year ago was the first episode. So let's listen in on one of the episodes that were never on YouTube right now. Talking about bringing something to YouTube that was never on here. And let's play a little bit of the first episode on here and see what's going on. You want to do that?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Really touch on a lot of politics in there. All right, it's me talking in the beginning. I'm going to just fast forward our timestamp. Here we go.
And a lot of people, look, man, a lot of people think this is a shitbag community. A lot of people think it's a, jerk off, jag off community from Chicago.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I think there's something special about this community. Even though there is a lot of scumbags, there's a lot of good people too, man.
Yeah,
a lot
exactly.
Of good people.
Yep, I've said it a million times.
Ken said it a million times.
It's hard.
I know there's good people.
Sometimes it's hard to see it and hard to, know that they're all good people, but there are. So I mean, they're out there, and that's what keeps me going, and a lot of other people, I think, in this community. people who aren't on shows, right? I listen to, Shannon says to me, how the fuck are you listening to that? And I'm not just talking about people in this community. I'm talking about just in general. Scott was fucking horrifically.
Oh, there he is.
lit
Makes
one
the
night.
first episode.
And I didn't speak to him for the longest time because I wasn't. I'm done fighting with that guy, right?
Yeah, that was a year ago. That was a year ago. Which I only respond once in a blue moon on his shit. But yeah, that was episode 1. Here's episode 2. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I don't think there's anyone worse.
Filthy's on it.
There's not too much worse than this.
You know that?
Yeah,
Remember
man,
that?
I can't take him, dude. Like,
Do you remember that?
really? No, I don't. Yeah, I guess I do. Yeah.
Yeah,
Filthy
he was on the
Yeah,
second
yeah.
episode with me, you, and Mars, because he was around, and we were like, yeah, if you want to join with us. But I mean, he's the worst guy to bring on that show because he has no clue what goes on in this community at all.
Yeah.
You know, he pays no attention to any of this shit, neither does Chris. Really. I mean,
No.
so it's like those guys, I mean, you know, so like you and Mars were like the perfect guys. And Mars, you know what? He really didn't feel like dealing with the bullshit of drama and talking about it and like, you know, going over it and blah, 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 and the whole shit like that, which he makes it known. He says that, you know, he can't stand the shit, you know, which I get it. Because some people are just like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to be in it. I don't want nothing to do with it. You know, if it doesn't pertain to me, and even when it does sometimes, it's like, fuck off. They don't want to deal with it. But, you know,
Yeah.
but we've covered good shit too on this show with people that are in the chat. And it was a really, like the 50 episodes were really interactive with a lot of people. And a lot of, you know, and it was like fighting on and off with people. And, you know, obviously there's still people around still doing the same things today that they were doing a year ago.
Isn't
You know what
that
I mean?
fucked up, though? Like, tell me that's not fucked up. It's been over a year. It's some motherfuckers. They're just doing the same shit. It's like, what?
Yeah, and listen, I'm not looking to bash people and bring up names and start fucking making a big
I am,
episode.
bitch ass Scott, punk motherfucker.
Well,
Still
I mean,
being a psycho, still being a weirdo, still doing a million fucking videos no one cares about. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ, you got sober, bitch.
the fuck out.
Fucked up. Who gets sober and still is an asshole?
Yeah, it's pretty fucking crazy, but you know, it is what it is, and things carry on and things go one way or another, and then it's like, you know, on and off with people and this and that. But like tonight, we could have came on and really like, oh, let's, you know, start this whole fucking thing and like talk about all of it and play it all, and it's like, why even bother with, you know, at this point? And it's been a busy week too. There's been a lot of shit, you know.
You know why I don't address it? Because I get people like, oh, why don't you hem up fucking old fucking numbnuts? And it's like, because he's boring. It's
Yeah,
like because
it's-
I don't care.
Like I comment once in a while on like once in a blue moon, I'll comment on because somebody will like link one of his videos to me like 1 week, and then I won't hear anything or see anything for like a whole week, and then bang, I'll get like another link from somebody on Twitter or. And I'll go and I'll once in a blue moon put something in there, and I respond every once in a while. But other than that, you know, I mean, and then I'm saying shit like on the shows with certain guys, like on Dave's programs, and you know, I'll be on YR's, and you know what? Like we talk shit, we go back and forth, we go at each other, right? We say crazy, whacked out things, and some are right, some are dead balls accurate. Some are not so fucking accurate at all. But people talk shit, right? Some of it's true, some of it's not. But the bottom line is talking shit. That's the name, talking shit. When it turns into real deal shit, where it's like starting to be like, you know, I'm gonna report you. I'm bringing you up on charges. You know, it's like, come on now. Like for what? For my mouth? You're going to bring me up on charges for my mouth?
That was a weird place that it went. Because
You know?
one of the strange things about this community is how hard as shit people like to fucking act, right? But it instantly goes to, oh, well, you said this, so I'm going to do something that has destroyed your life. It's like,
Yeah,
what?
yeah. And it's like, you know, it's, you know, threats. And that's fine because I've said threats before, but I don't fucking say them half as close as some of these motherfuckers do on a weekly basis. You know, especially a scunty with the fucking threats of reporting this and reporting that. What am I going to be reported for? I'm not going to be reported for shit. I haven't done nothing. I haven't done anything illegal.
You know, so I'm not worried. I don't give a fuck. I'm not scared. I don't fall for that shit anymore. I used to get like, oh no, what if I get reported and they believe this fucking idiot, or they, believe a story he tells them. I don't worry about that anymore, because you know why? When you're on the side of real and truth, man, there's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to worry about.
I don't even think it's just that. I think the guy's just because he's done. Like, Rose and I fricasseed that motherfucker.
Well, I'm saying, like, what's stopping him from calling up and reporting people for false shit, which obviously
no one's gonna believe
is being threatened.
You can't make false claims.
That's what I'm saying. So,
at
like,
the end of the day, you can't, because that's your ass. It's against the law.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Because if I get fucking bothered or harassed and I can prove I'm innocent of something that's said about me, I'm gonna fucking sue that ass, bro. That's straight up. Like, I'm gonna counter sue that ass.
Well, you don't even have to counter. It's just, I mean, they would get a loss. I mean, it depends if it's civil, I guess. Like a civil case, like, you got to prove that.
Yeah, I haven't done nothing illegal, man. I haven't done nothing illegal. And he was joking around about the whole thing that I said about Dave Rose. Like, I know Dave Rose has anything that I've known about him has never been anything illegal whatsoever. Like, he might say something on air, but what I've seen behind the scenes, which is not a lot, but from what I know of him, he's never once showed me, come to me, talked about, or referenced anything illegal to me behind the scenes. And that's what I was, like, telling people, because it's like the accusations are fucking crazy sometimes, especially from a psycho,
Yeah, no, like Dave and I, like, no, I've never seen it, never said
never,
anything,
right?
Never told me any special hacking techniques.
Same thing with me and you. Same thing with me and you. Same thing with Mars. Like, never spoke to you ever about anything fucking illegal or, something that would put any one of us in jeopardy.
No.
Never.
Stupid. Dude.
Never, man. Never. Squeaky clean.
Even like the insinuations, dumb. It's like we're men with families.
Yeah, I would never risk
We're not gonna do some stupid.
I would never
shit
risk my life with my family and my responsibilities with my mother, my father, my sister, obviously my kids and my wife, and everything that I have to take care of and do. I would never waste that on a single moment in a fight with somebody on the internet. Never. And I might sit there and run off at the mouth like a big fat New Yorker, but the bottom line is I'm here to fucking try to have fun and entertain people as much as I possibly can. And give back. I'm here to give back as well, because I have and I always will.
Yeah.
I always will. And that's who I am, because I don't believe in being a fucking smug piece of shit that thinks I'm owed something, because I'm not. Everything is earned. Everything is earned and fought for and battled for. And you know what? If I'm the target of these psychos, then so fucking be it. You guys want to come at me and paint me as some fucking monster and this and that? That's fine. That's fine. Because you know what? At the end of the day, what does it do? What does it do? What have we done? Like, when we point the finger at Scott and we say, okay, this, and this, right? What has it really done?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like, nothing
I mean,
really, because that guy
nothing.
put himself in rehab, not us.
Yeah.
And if he sits there and tries to tell you we drove him to drinking, that's absurd.
No,
that's
dude,
absurd.
He was drinking long before.
Yeah, I didn't drive him to drinking on my birthday fucking 3-4 years ago when he got arrested and shit. Did I drive him to drink? No, obviously. Like, come on. This shit's been going on for so long, and then the accusations fly, Bullsy, what up, bro? Look at that scroll toe. You got a scroll toe, baby.
I got the scroll toe, you homo. I got the scroll in the toe, baby. Got the motherfucking scroll in the toe, baby. Got a motherfucking homo. Scroll in the toe.
Cause I don't make scroll toe with the bow, yo. You got the scroll, terroristic. Look at that dick, look at that scroll, look at that scroll toe, scroll with the scroll toe. Got a little dick hanging at the side, yo. Oh, like a jolly green dick, jolly little dick with a big long dick. Yeah, with a big green dick, jolly green giant, how we like to fuck.
He got a scroll toe, yo.
Bullsy, what up, baby? Thank you, sir. Little Tommy dance. But anyway, what were we saying? Yeah, so like we didn't drive the dude to drink and shit, you know. So, so like our words, what have they really done? But just fight him back? Nothing, you know. But in his mind, and the way that he says things, we're absolute fucking monsters. We destroyed his life, and we fucking like, you know, it's like crazy, bro. Like I never contacted anybody's family or fucking, you know, like it's crazy.
When I hear shit like that, I hear like somebody who's a child, because it's part of growing up, and a lot of people don't grow up. It's the whole accountability thing. And when you can't take responsibility for your own actions and the things you do and the things where you are in your fucking life, you're a child still. You know, everything I've ever had come to me in my life, good or bad, has all been my own doing.
Yeah,
it's my fucking fault.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I ain't never gonna blame anybody for anything. I'm not gonna blame bad parenting. Not gonna, you know.
No, man. My parents.
I'm my own self.
My parents are great, man. They tried their best. You know, I was just a wild kid. You know, so like they did their best. You know, my father he didn't exactly do his best when he was young, but once he got a little bit older and he got his mind back after Vietnam, you know, because like he just got out of Vietnam like a couple of years before I was born. You know, and he was fucked. He was fucked up.
You can't do it. That's
he was. I mean, he was really fucked up, like in the brain, dude. Like fucked up. But yeah, he didn't give a fuck about life at that point. But you know, yeah. And then he had like a whole change of everything, and that wasn't too long ago. It was like maybe like 15 years ago.
That happens, man.
Yeah, you know, it takes a while sometimes to like the lights to go on and be like, okay, this is what this is, you know, blah, blah, blah. And especially when you go to war and shit, you know, which I know nothing about, you know. But yeah, so I don't know, man. You know, it's like a lot of the same shit. Like if we play some of these, because I was like listening to episode 13 and it's a lot of shit, man. It is a lot of shit on this show, you know. A lot of crazy shit, because it's always about the community, you know. Well, and if you listen to every single one, bro, it's like just bringing you along, like on this, you know, ride of shit. Here's which one is this one? Let me see. And there's some timestamps on this one. Episode 33. Let's see. That's the closest you'll get to it. Because I have no reason to sit here and fucking lie about anything or anyone. Okay?
Oh, man.
The fact of the matter is I had a full-on, blown-out conversation with Jake DeMarco after I was accused of being the...
Wow, man. It's always like...
just be like an invisible...
The state of Minnesota.
Dave on the program.
You know, I come...
Oh, a couple of people on the program.
This is the 42nd time that Vikings has had a fucking wrench.
Oh, come on, man. Why you gotta fucking...
Oh.
How'd you even know?
Are you going to buy him an action figure, too, so he feels better then?
How did you know he had one? How did you know he had one? Can I ask you that, please?
How do I know what?
No. How did he realize that he had a wrench?
No, I went into the Patreon link before that was open. That was before this whole stream started, and there was a comment from Vikings.
And he had a wrench. Oh no!
Yeah.
Vikings with his fucking wrench. This, you know, still to this day, I don't have anybody who complains to me more than that guy.
Really?
Oh my God,
Vikings.
bro. He complains about nonstop complaining.
Yeah,
He's a fucking yenta. He's a yenta.
Like Yentl?
He's a yenta. A fucking yenta. That's like a Long Island housewife. A yenta.
It's kind of Jewish.
Yeah, like a Jewish housewife. A fucking yenta.
We got a few of those in this fucking community, dude.
That's what it sounds like.
Was that the shit for you being blamed for DeMarco's whole predicament that once happened to him?
I don't know if it's no. It might have been that, or yeah, it might have been that with that whole thing with the Joe, like the swatting of DeMarco's house. Which, you know what? Listen, I still don't believe it's true, man. I'm sorry, I just don't. But DeMarco spoke to me after that and told me, abso-fucking-lutely not did I blame you for this. Not one time. It was Joe who did, and I did not think it had anything to do with you because it was a year and like a couple of months after that happened, and it was his phone number. It wasn't his address. It wasn't his. But Joe makes it sound like, oh, Ken got Jake DeMarco swatted because I put his phone number up for a split second, and I offered to give him a brand new number that night. I offered to pay the bill for a brand new phone and a brand new number for his phone. And he was like, no, I don't want to change my number and shit. And it happened on Joe's show a couple times already, too. And don't worry about it. That's what he told me. You know? So, and then you know, then it was flipped into, you got Jake DeMarco swatted.
Yeah.
You know? So, and I mean, listen, my point is we've talked about a lot of this shit on these shows, on No Hard Feelings. What do you think about this? Because somebody said to me, are you guys retiring the No Hard Feelings on episode 50? And I was like, man, could you imagine that? Like, we end this show about beef and drama, and we don't even touch on it no more, and we just create a new show with me and you, and dress it something different, and just go a different route after this last show. What do you think of that?
I think that it sounds nice, but I don't think it's going to happen. And here's why, because something always comes up.
Well, I mean, listen,
Something
I
always
got my
happens.
outlets, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I got my outlets, and I'm pretty sure you do too. Without
My wife's
having,
asshole.
You know what?
My wife's asshole.
Well, you know what I mean. I got my like outlets as far as like if I need to get something out, like I can go on Converted and I can handle my business, you know, or I can go on there and have a great time and act like an idiot for 2 hours, you know. But my point is, I got a spot where I can, you know, let it out if I have to, you know.
Yeah,
so, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, cause I'm getting sick of like really having to mention this shit every week. Like when it comes up onto this show, it's like sometimes I really do want to mention shit and I really want to get into it. And other times I'm just like, you know what, man, I just do not want to mention it. I just don't want to go there. I just don't feel like it. I don't feel like doing it every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
or
I mean, if you want to retire it. You know.
well, I'm not saying like I want to do that. I'm just saying like, what do you think of the idea of creating something
I mean,
different?
I'm good with whatever, you know, because I'm pretty easygoing about stuff. I could talk about this or not talk about this. I could talk about pussy. I could talk about clams. I could talk about my fucking hemorrhoids.
You know, you know what? Listen, it basically is up to the people that watch this show on the Patreon. You know, that's what I think. You know, don't you think that? Like,
I mean, you'd have to put out a poll on Patreon, yeah. Can you put on polls on Patreon?
I think so, yeah.
Well, put a poll out on Patreon. See what the people say. Let them decide.
You know, like, do you want to hear me and Nicky continue to do this, you know, week after week and go on No Hard Feelings and, you know, touch on the week's bullshit and drama and stuff? And, you know, we don't break it down like some other people do and stuff. We don't play as much as the clip by clip stuff. We kind of go off of like what we heard and like what we saw and heard with our own eyes and ears. Instead
we
of like,
talk about what we think and feel with it, you know.
Yeah, like,
we
but what I'm saying is like we don't respond to the actual like exact.
No,
you know,
no, we don't sit there and play a clip and review it like.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes we do,
or like I used to do.
Yeah, sometimes we do once in a while. Like we'll play shit and mix it up like that. But for the most part, like it's just what we've heard and saw. Like I said, you know. But I don't know. You know, it's really up to other people because I had like one person from the Patreon come to me, one person out of the 90 some odd people in there, and shout out to everybody on the Patreon. This was a big month for us and I really appreciate it. But somebody came to me, one guy, and said, you know, I don't want to hear you talk about this guy and that guy no more. Like I'm sick of hearing those guys mentioned. Like, why are you even mentioning them? You know, and I'm like, well, because it's community-based show and we don't hold back. And if like Nick or I or, you know, Mars when he was on here wanted to mention something that's on their mind or something that's bothering them with the community or a person in it or a situation in it, why that was the place for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why we did that on that show, you know? And so, you know, I was like, kind of like, you know, I don't understand what do you want from it,
I
you
guess
know?
I get it. Like, nobody wants to listen to this shit all the time. I don't want to listen to it all the time. I don't listen to any of the drama shit because it's like, I don't give a shit because it's all like it's all with fucking Tony and a little bit of Danny MT and Scott still makes video. There's no real drama. It's just kind of petty whining right now.
It's kind of getting like, you know, jump the sharky a little bit, but I don't know if everybody feels that way.
That
you know?
horse is fucking dead. I mean, I'll keep talking about it. I don't give a shit. I mean, I can still do it, and I know I don't hem anymore. But boys, there's nothing to hem. Like there's just nothing. Like I don't have it in me to sit here because I've done it for almost coming up on fucking 2 years now. And there's been a lot of fun with it, and I met some really cool people. Like some of you guys are cool as shit. Some of you are a bunch of fucking fanooks. But
fanooks.
Is that right?
YR dude is chiming in right now. Look, and he's trying to make the case for no hard feelings to. He's trying to make the case for no hard feelings to stick around.
Yeah, but that's fucking like Satan saying we still need sin.
We need NHF. We need you guys to help defend
and I know why
community
he
drama
likes
show,
it.
community show, etc.
My argument for keeping it around would be because it does have a different view. Like, we all do our things differently. I fucking hem. Dave vivisects fucking wire kind of reviews and trolls. But No Hard Feelings is probably like more of a as neutral as you can get with it. Like you've gone hard a few times, but it's not your predominant thing, you know?
No, I don't want it to be, you know, like, because that's not why I'm on here, you know? Well, I'm going to play this real quick, what YR said. Hold on. Let me see if it's going to play now. Is it not playing, this fucking thing?
Yeah, she didn't take that.
Oh, yeah, I'll play it in a second. I just got to play what he said. But, yeah, he's basically saying, you guys saw it and heard it a couple times, keep it going. For the safety. No, dude, that's not what like, I understand what you're saying and I appreciate that, but like, it's not about the safety of anything, because it's not like a safety.
We need NHF. We need you guys to help defend this community drama show, community show, etc. Keep IT going for our safety's sake.
No, listen, for the safety's sake. Listen, a lot of people came together when Bullfrog had that shit thrown on him with somebody coming out and saying that he basically told them some real nasty shit without repeating it. And we all came together and were like, come on, no, you know, he bust all balls, we bust his, but no, that's not right. We got his back. So if there's anything wrong and the person legit deserves people to have their back, as a friend and a person in this community who did nothing wrong, we will. And I'm sure every sane person in this community will. Like we always have. A lot of us have, you know? Even the people that don't really speak much come out when they have to for the right moment and for the right reason. So don't think that this show is like a beacon of that or anything. This is just a show about the bullshit that goes on. And it's not to combat somebody or to, you know, hurt people, you know, and it's no hard feelings, to be honest. And that's what the real intent of it was like, hey, we might mention you in a good light or a bad light, you know, not even a bad light, but maybe a negative, or we might
less than flat.
Yeah. And we don't bear any hard feelings because like the next day it's over. It's whatever. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I bear some pretty hard feelings to some people.
Well, yes, obviously, because those people are the people that have broke that fucking like boundary. Like they went overboard. They went overboard. They took it to the next level. You know?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, we could fucking stow it. We could fucking Seth has a suggestion in the chat about doing it like once a month. You know, but then it becomes kind of like a fucking period. So Maybe once every fortnight. I don't know.
Well, it's all on what people want. I'll put a poll up in the Patreon to see what the Patreon people want to do with it, and I'll put a percentage poll up, and we'll decide whether you guys want to keep it or not. And if you guys don't, me and Nick will resculpt something and come up with something, and we'll come up with a different thing, and we'll do something different. If not, we'll keep riding this another 50. You know what I mean? And we'll stick to what we're doing, because you know what? Not every episode was, going at a situation or people, because there was a good chunk of those in the middle where someone was gone and their name didn't get brought up once on many episodes.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it has always been a good outlet and letting loose. And there's a lot of people that do like to hear some of this shit, especially when we're talking about Joe. And there's some people that don't like to hear that about Joe. But I got to tell you, there's many more than there is that isn't. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, it's almost pointless for you to put out that poll, because people in this fucking community love the drama.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, I mean, some of them don't.
They fucking love it.
Some of them don't. I get it, but some of them don't like admitting it either.
It's like a 90-10% split.
Yeah, and some of them don't like admitting it, bro, because they don't want to admit that they like it, and that's all good. I get it. And maybe some of them don't like it, which is legit. There are some people who don't. But what my point is, like, some of them listen no matter what. They're gonna listen to it, because they can't stay away from it. Sometimes some people can't stay away from drama.
Dude, people are shooting listen. That shit. If fucking drama was fucking heroin, Wire would mainline that shit. Like, he'd be done, dude.
With the belt and everything, he'd be like,
I got it in my fucking veins right now.
There's no way Wire's gonna let you take that shit away. He'll start shaking and shit.
I need it right now. I fucking need it. It's been weeks without it. I need somebody to tell someone to go fuck off or something right now.
I wonder if he does that when he goes on those little sabbaticals of his. When he fucking gets in trouble. Because he's taken like almost a month off before. I wonder if it was too much for him. He's just like, fuck, I can't do it.
Oh, shit, man.
No. And don't start talking like a Republican.
Oh, vice president, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I mean, that don't bother me, and the reason why is because fucking Trump would always say the same about Democrats.
The Demogorgons.
It's tit for tats.
Look who's calling in. YR now. Calling in.
All right. Look, dude. Right.
No, we don't need to put. Come on, YR. This is just me and Nick for the bulk of the episodes. Yeah?
Okay. Yeah, let him on. Go ahead. I want to hear his fucking groveling. He hasn't groveled to me in a while.
All right. Well, here you go, ladies and gentlemen. For the first time tonight, episode 50, the one and only YR program.
I heard y'all talking about me, so I felt like, I felt led to call in.
Bam, to write the response.
Right now, Bam is like, oh, fuck, I'm
out.
out.
No, Ken, you were spot on that. When I sent that donation, that's exactly what I was trying to mean. Like, yeah, the drama shows as a topic is cool and whatever, but just pretend like you brought up that bullfrog situation.
Speaking of bullfrog, real quick, hold on 1 second.
Never know.
Hold on, he's chiming in real quick. Just let me get this through 1 second. Just hold your thought. Bullfrog chiming in right now. Here we go with Cerebral Bullfrog.
Can make a drama show called Extreme Feelings with Dave and Nikki. Co-hosts Ken is my best friend.
Ken is my best friend? What if we had a show named Ken is my best friend? What do you think of that, Bullfrog?
Ken is my best friend.
Wait, that actually leads me to something. What is Wire's stupid shit talk about?
I need to make my point.
God.
Please, Nikki.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Nikki.
okay, go to your point, you little fuck.
Before I forget, it's very important.
Go to your arugula.
I'm sorry. But
go to your arugula. Hurry up.
Okay, so, imagine if there was no FMN, blah, 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 and that Bullfrog situation happened, like Joe Cronin community or whatever. Like, you think they would have fucking...
Joe would have never done dick about it.
Exactly.
There's no way.
So, that's why we need guys like Nikki, Dave Rose.
I can understand you saying
talking
that.
About
I get that.
Community stuff or whatever.
Do you get that, Nick, or no?
Making the narratives right.
I understand, because there is a certain force. Because here's a real quick another thing I'll say. So we've all been doing this shit for over a year, and we still haven't turned on each other.
No,
Fucking
we haven't.
Amazing, huh?
No, we haven't. And you know how we've maintained that? Because when I say it, like, I mean it, and I'm not lying about it. I mean, it's evident. I don't speak to Nick about drama. I may mention something to him in passing, but we don't sit there and hobnob about any person at all in this community. Not Scott, not fucking Tony, not nobody. We don't sit there and hobnob about them. Most of the time, it's about our own life or something funny or something stupid. That's it, right? And that's how we maintain it, because we don't come to each other with bullshit and baggage. We don't put stress and bullshit onto each other with threats and accusations and hard feelings. You know what I mean? Hard feelings is a problem. You know, when like if you're in a chat of somebody's like, okay, so for instance, I'm over here doing a show and I see somebody that always supports me over at Joe's show in a chat and donating to him. Am I supposed to get upset over that? Am I supposed to get pissed off about it? No, I'm not. But there are people who will get pissed over that certain situation in other shoes, meaning like other people in the community. They get pissed at if you're in so-and-so's chat talking to so-and-so, now you're not my friend anymore because you're in that chat and you're talking to that person. You know, that shit is crazy. And we haven't done that shit with each other. And I think that's part of the reason why it's lasted this long, because it's been a free, open thing for us to be like, okay, I know you're going to have my back no matter what. And you know I'm going to have your back at the end of the day type of thing with a lot of us. And that's the way it should be, because that's what a brotherhood is. That's what people who look out for each other do, who know, you know what, I know that guy's a good guy and I'm going to look out for him. I know what his life is about. I know what his struggles are and some of his struggles, and I know some of his great things that he does, and like I know who he is, you know, and it's like, why not look out for that person? Why hurt that person? Why throw that person to the wolves? Why let shit fester? Why let shit happen? Yeah. Like, for instance, you know, fucking Tony, right? Didn't realize, like, he thought, like, oh, when he made that comment about how come you don't, you know, back me up or not back me up or something
praise
like,
him.
Yeah,
like
praise me.
Give him props.
Yeah, give me props and shot me out. And it's like, how can I, dude? You're fucking bringing on people who fucking called my friend a kike and a fucking Jew piece of shit and wish, you know, all this stuff and all this crazy shit. And it's like, how can I do that? Like, I'm going to be shotting you out in your show, right? When you brought that dude on who how does that look to my friend? That's like him going on like to Gargut's chat and then writing some shit about like me or somebody I'm really good friends with. You know, and then being like, oh, there's no problem. I was just, you know, no, I don't work it like Joe. I don't do shit like Joe. Because that's some shit Joe does. That's the shit that Joe did in the past. Shit like that. I'm not doing it. That's how you lose people that work with you. That's how you lose people that go on shows with you. That's how you lose trust. That's how you lose friends. And you know that these dudes point the finger, but the realization is they're just together because they have all lost the acquaintance of everyone else.
Yeah, well, they got nowhere to go. Yeah. It's like a fucking gentleman. What's that shit? A fucking officer and a gentleman?
Yeah.
It's like that fucking bullshit. I got nowhere to go.
So they basically go together, and that's fine. I understand how it is. Like, you know, people go together who, you know, are like, oh, yeah, they fucked with you too. They fucked with me. And it's like, yeah, the enemy of my enemy. Yeah. You know, that whole thing. Now, if I was a sellout fuck, wouldn't it be easy for me to, like, just miraculously, however you say that word. How do you say that? Miraculously? How do you say that?
Miraculously.
Miraculously, one day I come on and I go, you know what? I'm going to shout out Danny MT tonight, and I'm going to be cool and act really cool towards him. And you know what? He'd respond. Boom, boom, boom. All of a sudden, he's in the chat. He's on the show, having fun. I'm utilizing him, right? Because what do you think happens? You don't see that happen right before your fucking eyes? With all of a sudden, you know, Joe's over there playing fucking Scott clips and fucking, you know, doing this and doing that. Like, you don't think there's a reason for that? There's not a... And you know what? At least these guys know where I stand. I don't juggle their cocks like Joe does. Because you know Joe doesn't give a fuck about Scott or any one of these guys. And Scott sits there like sticking up for Joe and saying, this is what Ken and Shannon do. And look what they did to Joe. And it's like, what? This is why you got fired. And number one, my wife never did a fucking thing to Joe, right? And number two, I didn't get fired from anywhere. I don't think I've ever been fired from anything in my life. I've never been sacked, okay, in anything in my life from my people in Europe. I've never been sacked ever in my life. So what are you saying? I didn't get fired. I left Joe, and I didn't go back. I didn't go back out of respect to my friends and the shit that I said over the last 2 years that I was away from him. How would it look if I said all that shit on all these shows, right? And then all of a sudden one day when Joe comes back and dangles some clout in front of my nose like he does to people, and I go, you know what? I'll take the clout. I'll go over and I'll start working on Joe's show again. I don't give a fuck what anybody says, and I'll smudge my way right in there. I could have very easily did that. The only reason I didn't, the door was wide open for me. I was asked to come back a couple of times. I'm not bullshitting. I'm not fucking lying. I was asked to. So were a couple of other people. Joe is like Vince McMahon. He's willing to work with anybody at any moment just to utilize the situation. And when it's convenient. It's the truth, man. I'm not lying. Joe even knows that shit. It's the truth, bro. He's very opportunistic, bro. It's the perfect timing sometimes, you know? And you know what? I don't operate like that. I just don't operate like that. So I don't go even pull I don't pull Scott's chain. Because you know what? When Scott came back, I could have very easily been like, you know, I feel bad for Scott, and Scott's a good guy, and I hope everything worked out for him, and started saying shit like that every once in a show, every once in a while, and throw that out there, or play some clips and say, oh, he's a funny guy, that guy, he was funny, man. You know, and say all that, and throw those feelers out there. And then in a week or two, bang, the fucking mice take the bait. Right? And they'll be here coming and knocking, knock, 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 with a donation or leave you a message on Skype, and then boom, the door's open again. And then I'm supposed to sit there and fucking bring guys in and talk good to guys like that, and shout them out, certain people and this and that, when they fucking talk shit about everybody I'm cool with, and I've talked shit about them for the last 2 years. I'm supposed to just say, hey, you know what? Fuck it, I'm just gonna become friends with Scott now. I'm do this whole little thing, play his shit, be cool with him, interact with him. Because you know what? You know how many times Joe interacted with Scott and acted like he cared, but at the end of the day, never really gave a fuck? Even Scott knows that, but he won't admit it because it's the enemy of my enemy. Oh, I'll play up to Scott. I'll play up to Joe. I'll say all this shit about Ken fucking Joe over and his wife, and it'll look good in Joe's eyes, and he'll let me go in his chat and he'll let me talk shit, which is happening now. So you see how the game is always repeated and played? That's why when I go back, the same shit's always said, because the same games are always played by certain leaders that are in this community. Unless they stop and they walk the straight and narrow, it's never going to stop because it gives power to these fucking idiots, especially Scott. It keeps them relevant. It keeps them in the game. It keeps them mentioned for a year, for 3 years, for 4 years. When he was out of the community, nobody was saying shit. His name might have come up a couple of times here and there, right? But it was nothing. It was nothing detrimental at all. On my programs, nothing detrimental at all. But he'll tell you, oh, that's all they did was keep talking about me and kept fucking me over and kept talking shit. That's why I had to come back, because they kept talking shit and talking shit. No, that's not why.
What?
That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
But don't fuck send that.
Well, I'm sure he'll say that, and I think he did say that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
He has said that multiple times.
So, you know, my point is that's why the shit gets fed, because the main guy is feeding it and will always will utilize those chips. Even with a guy like Simo, who nobody has talked shit about, nobody is fucked with, right? I could have fucking went all in and said shit about that whole murder situation that went on with him and really went for the fucking jugular and been a real piece of shit prick. The thing that he told Dave back a couple of months ago about somebody got murdered or hurt or dead or something like that. And it was like, yeah. Like, I could have used that and fucking drilled it home and been a real prick about it, but I didn't. I shut my fucking mouth and went on, even though he's still making videos on me and doing this and doing that. Like, and what have I done back? Just make fun of him back, talk shit back, say shit back. I haven't done anything mentally or physically to the guy. I didn't call his job. I didn't ask anybody to do it. I'm not in control of anybody doing that shit. You know what? If you think I am, call the cops on me, have them come to my house, tell them your real name when you call them, because you're sure I'm doing it. Have them come here and check me, check my computer, check everything that I've done. And when it comes out that I haven't done dick like that, I'm going to sue the fuck out of you for falsely accusing me. Plain and simple. Like, this is the circus we're in because Joe can't go and put a fucking foot on shit and say, you know what, you guys are right. Even though we brawl with you guys and we go back and forth, these people are here to destroy shit. We can't have that. Stomp your foot down and keep them the fuck out. But no, it never happens. It never fucking happens because it's used as a bargaining chip. And it always will be. He knows he could fucking use and manipulate those people that are here. They'll take that bait in a second from him. All he's got to do is dangle just a little bit of bait in front of them.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of acceptance. A tiny bit of acceptance like, hey, man, how you been? Boom, that goes a fucking mile right there. Hey, man, how you been? Hey, bro, I played your clip the other night. You're a funny fuck. Ha, ha, ha. You know what that does? Do you know what that does? It opens it wide open because a guy like Scott thinks, oh, I'm swimming right in now. Ooh, water's feeling good. I'm taking a good dip. And he goes into that chat and starts spewing that shit with somebody, and it's either Danny MT or about me or about... I mean, come the fuck on, man. You want to know how to end it is like, just end it already. Either you and Joe are friends or you're not. Because I know that Joe don't give two fucks about you. I think everybody knows that. Yeah. So
everyone knows he doesn't.
Joe doesn't care nothing about. No, he doesn't care
who does he care about?
This is why this shit always repeats, though. Is my point. You know, it's just that, you know, because like you said, and you get sick and tired of it, and you get, you know, enough is enough with it and shit. And you know what? Some people like this show because we go off and we talk about shit and we express ourselves, and that'll always be. No matter what me and Nick do together, I would never ever ask Nick to come on to my programs, anything I do, and say, Nick, do me a favor, don't say this, don't say this, don't say that, and let's not, you know, only a couple of times I've been like, hey man, let's not mention any of that shit, because it's like, I don't want to come on every night. It's not to protect anything or to, it's just because I don't want to talk about it sometimes. And when I do, don't get me wrong, I don't want to mention, and I'd rather not, but some nights when we do, I will dive in head first and just start going at it. I will, because that's me. I'm a talker. Yes, I have a big fucking mouth. There's no doubt. I'm from New York. Yes, that is true. But I'm not a piece of shit. I'm not a scumbag. You can't title me as one because my actions have not been one of a scumbag. I might talk shit right back to you. I might get down and dirty with you and mention dirty shit and say dirty shit, but I would never destroy somebody's life behind the scenes or go after anybody or condone it. And if I've seen anything,
never put out addresses or
never do that on purpose ever in my fucking life. And we've all seen a couple of people do that in this community, and then we all know the faces too. And you know what? I know the people that are quiet inside the chat over there who don't really say much, but they do it once in a while, and they do this, you know, this or that once in a while. I know that those fuckers do the same shit and probably has leaked addresses probably more than any one of the other guys. So I get it. There's people behind the scenes that want to be pricks. But there's pricks behind both sides, though. That's the thing. And that's the thing that I was saying to Tony the other day is, like, be careful, because when we get into this area now of, like, realism where it does get real shit starts happening, and I don't want that. I don't want that. I've been down that road. I've been down that road. And I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to come out on the bottom of that. Because I have protections and I have things in order because I've been dealing with this for fucking 5-6 years. You know, and I'm not threatening that, and I don't want that. Like, you know what I mean? Listen, when he did the whole threat to Joe thing, you know, a lot of people were like, damn, that shit was real, bro. Like, he was saying, this is not a threat. You know, and I'm like, yeah, he was playing it up for the camera. He was playing it up for shit.
Oh, yeah, that shit, yeah.
And people are like, no, but dude, you don't say that like that, even if you're kidding, playing it up. And I'm like, I get what you're saying, you know, but I'm not going to call him out on it. I'm cool with him and let him do him. And if he has that big of a mouth where he gets in trouble with it with other people, then so be it. It's not my problem or my situation. So I left it alone, like I would do to anyone I'm friends with. You know, if it affected me and it was on my show and something happened, then I'd address it because it has to do with me. But if it's one of my friends that do it and they're wrong, well, I'm not going to, you know, address it unless I have to, and I'm sure other people will. So let him handle it.
It's like some things in the community, you have to just grab it, take a kendo stick to it, and, you know.
Fucking kendo stick.
And again.
Well, I'm watching Raw right now, so it's fucking.
And so, again.
Like, basically, like, there's certain situations where, like, it has to be. expressed, and it has to be because people do put out narratives that are totally false out there.
You know what? You guys
When that
talk for a
happens,
minute.
you know.
I'm gonna take a piss. I'll be right back.
Yes. So well, it is YR and Nicky Nines.
All right, what you little
Found-
fuck?
Hey, I think tables have changed, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
Cards have
yeah,
flipped.
Nicky and Wire running No Hard Feelings now.
But I
let's,
will
let's
be.
dive into-
This is 100%, 1,000% confirmed. I'm not going to say exactly when, where, blah blah blah. But this weekend, me and Dr. Brown will be meeting and going live, just like
Oh,
Tony
really?
and
That's
Ken did. Yes, just like Tony and Ken did, except it'll be like cool and stuff. And no dolls. No dolls. That'll be cool. We're gonna measure our heights. So you know how
That's
Dr.
because
Brown really
that's because Dr.
tall.
Brown's a real motherfucker. He ain't a
We're
little
gonna-
bitch like phony.
Exactly. We're gonna measure each other's heights. Like,
Dr.
we're
Earl
gonna-
is a good guy, actually, isn't he? He is a pretty good guy.
Yeah, and he's tall.
That ain't trouble with him. Yeah, I know he's tall, motherfucker.
I bet I'll be up to like his shoulders though, because I'm pretty tall.
Well, how tall is
too.
Dr. Earl? 5'6" or 6'5"?
Like 6'5", bro. I'll
You
be
like 5'11"?
6'2".
Oh, okay. Gee, you're my height too.
Well, if we're in shoes.
Like an inch. Oh, okay. You're like an inch. I got like an inch.
Yes,
on
I'm a slim tall. You know what I'm saying?
you. You're a fucking beanpole. You got that Muay Thai body, dude.
Yeah.
Nick,
That's what you got.
you know what I'm thinking? This is what I'm thinking, right?
What?
Give me a reason to not do this show, right? Obviously, a guy like Scott thinks like we want him dead. We want him off the face of the earth. He said it a million times in his videos. And
Okay.
That's not the truth. I mean, I don't know about you, and I know you're kind of raw with that shit.
I
and
agree with you.
No, I don't.
But
give two
in
shits
my
about
heart,
this, so.
no. Listen, I've said it a million times, like go kill yourself or die or whatever. I don't want the guy dead. Obviously, we just lost somebody in
We
the
just
community.
don't want him bothering us in the
Yeah,
community.
and the thing
Like, we
is,
don't
I
want him-
can sit here and I can promise right now, I can promise that I will not mention one fucking bit of him, his situation, or anything with him in every single thing I do moving forward. But the problem is, when that happens, right, if both sides are like, okay, we won't mention each other, right? All of a sudden, out of nowhere, something will be said, and he'll think it's about him, and then bang, we're right back to square one. When it's not.
Yeah, no, you can't. Yeah.
And when it's
You
not.
can't have peace with a Mexican jumping bean.
Dude, when
Bro,
it's not even
Nicky
about him,
Nines-
though. My point
Nicky
is,
Nines,
it's
I know Nicky Nines is a couple years in, but me and Ken and Dave, but you get the gist, Nicky. Like we've been through. I mean, any situation, whatever, everything said, we've been in already with Scott. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't
1,000
want to
rodeos.
fucking have to deal with that bullshit. So I'd rather fucking make amends and move on. But it seems like he thinks like we want him dead. They want me dead, so I'm on this crusade to fucking, it's like this whole fucking crusade to rid the world of bad people. And Jesus on my side, I may take down. It's like, dude, calm the
Praise
fuck.
Jesus.
Get
Praise
a grip,
Jesus.
dude. Like. Listen, there's facets of his life, obviously, that we really don't know. And there's facets of our life that he obviously does not know, obviously. So it's like, let's fucking go our separate ways and let's learn to shut the fuck up. And I know I can do it. I know I can shut my fucking mouth about him and not mention a word.
Here's why it doesn't work, though. Because he's going to come into the chat as not him, but it'll be obvious that it's him and expect to be able to hang out and do what he does. And the second he gets banned, blocked, or fucking anything, he's going to spaz out. Because at the end of the day, he loves listening to everything in this community. Like, I legit believe he loves everybody here. Because it's like a piece of his life that he refuses to let go. I don't think he hates you, Ken.
Today, yeah, but that all goes out the window. He's going in the super psycho mode today with the private info and
really again.
Yeah, like phone numbers, addresses, everything. A couple people today. So
how do you know it's him?
I'll send you the screenshots right now.
I mean, see, there you go, bro. It's like
way,
it's
way
dirty,
way over
man.
the line.
It's dirty shit, bro.
It might
no,
not,
his
though.
channel.
He's
I'm
been
talking
framed
his
a lot.
channel.
Dirty
his
shit.
Oh, okay.
I don't fucking do that. I don't put people's shit on there. I don't put addresses and numbers up there. Like, it's dirty fucking shit, man.
Minnesota's full phone numbers, addresses, everything on there.
Dude, it's like, man,
a video? Okay.
Yeah.
well,
like
yeah.
what the fuck, bro? See the shit that like this
See,
leads
that's
into?
why we
It's
can't
like,
quit.
This
Yeah.
is why.
That's why
This
we
is
can't
why.
quit, dude. Like,
Yeah. This is why this shit gets brought up and the shit gets talked about because,
30
like,
minutes,
this is.
yeah.
I keep saying it, and man, like nobody's fucking hearing it. Like, this is when these guys fuck around. It's real deal. That's why, like, when you get SC Steve calling into so-and-so's show, it's, like, pacified, like, oh, dude, these guys are stupid fucks. Like, they think everything is over. It is real. It's real deal shit. It's real deal fucking consequences, man. Although I've worked all my shit out and I'm good to go, man. And if you want to put my address, you go right the fuck ahead. Like, you want to kill yourself, go ahead. You know, knock yourself out. Go keep doing it. You know what I mean? My shit ends up everywhere. And I don't give a fuck. I mean, it doesn't do anything to me. It just proves to me that there are fucking scumbags out there, right, that are putting everybody's addresses out and are cowards. They won't do it under their own names, right?
I'll get rid of it.
And it's like, that's the shit we're dealing with. You know what I mean? That's the type of shit that we're dealing with. You know, we're dealing with that type of shit now. I mean, always. It's not just now. It's always been like that. It's just always been like this. It's always been playing for keeps. It's always been you play it too far across. You know, and some of these people will tell you, well, my job was called and my thing was called and that was called. But I didn't call it. I didn't ask anybody to do it. I don't know of anybody who's done it. And if I did, I'd report their fucking ass, no matter who they are, because I'm not risking my life and my welfare for nothing.
Right. For sure, man.
So, like, what
I
the
didn't know
fuck?
he's getting all shitty again, but
yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's fucked up, dude. It's like, you see, guys, like everybody out there that hears this, do me a favor. You see any wrongdoing from anybody, report it. Report it in any way that you can. Report it. Please.
Proof too, not no $2,000 credit card.
Please.
Fake narratives either, like real deal shit.
You see any proof of any wrongdoing, somebody putting out somebody's addresses or phone numbers or anything, any kind of proof like that, report it, please. In the chats, all of it. Report it every time you see it. Like, eventually, somebody will get fucked for doing it. Eventually, somebody will get caught. You mark my words. Eventually, if it's reported all the time, somebody will get fucked eventually.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not us. It's not me. It's not anybody I know. I don't fuck with people like that. That's why I don't talk to certain people. Because that's what they're involved in and do. I mean, it's pretty evident.
Yeah.
I'm here to do a show, an entertaining show. Like, I don't want to have to do No Hard Feelings and talk about these people and this shit. Because it perpetuates these people to go on their shit and then fucking start putting numbers and this and that. And that's what it goes down to. They will go over bounds and over the top every time. They don't care. They don't care.
Yeah. I know they don't.
They can't just use words. They can't just use words. They can't do it.
But that's why I almost think that's why you have to stick with it, because they're going to do shit regardless of what you do or don't do. Would you agree with that?
You know what? Somebody was like,
Yes,
yo, if you don't
yes.
mention them for months, like, let them keep attacking and attacking and attacking. Just don't mention them, and then eventually they'll give
like
up.
this every time, bro.
And it's like, well,
Yeah,
I don't think so.
So the reason
cycle.
I don't believe that is because that dude still talks about, or probably does, but when like a year ago, he was still talking about that DJ Forever Play guy.
Yeah.
Oh
it's
yeah,
a
dude. He brings
cycle,
up, dude. He
bro,
brings
of a
up,
psycho.
he brings up the guy Keith's shit that was 17 years ago. Still, and I know people bring it up in jokes and shit, and it was a serious situation, but I mean, it's 17 years ago. Like, and he's you know, saying nobody should be live streaming with this guy. But meanwhile, he's live streaming with him a million times.
He's
It's
waking up
like,
every day and he's realizing he's at a fucking group home. So he listen.
He's probably drinking again.
Well, I don't know
Who,
what the
Keith?
fuck. No, he's talking about.
Oh. Well, yeah,
Oh,
of course,
okay.
because he's on. He's on the other. He's on some other shit, bro, Scott. So of course he is.
Yeah.
That's the super. It's a cycle of a psycho, and that's exactly what he's on right now. He gets to the super weird shit when he's on something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, bro, this shit is. Every
and
fucking
it's
Christmas,
just-
every
it's-
holiday, something. He
It's
always
so dumb, bro.
ruins it.
Like, cause I don't want people to die or fucking be miserable. Like, make your life good, man. Go out and do it. Like, it's not my responsibility. Like, by me stopping it, like by me stopping talking about him or stop commenting on him is gonna make things so much better It's like, no, dude, you make your own shit better, not me. You know what I mean? Like, if you're fighting with me, I have nothing to do with your life. You know, like, keep it on the internet. Why does it have to cross over into life? I don't do nothing life-threatening to you. I don't put addresses out. None of these people do. Who does? Yeah,
person.
Nick did it once. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Or Ken did it once. Or Ken did it by accident twice. Or Ken did this or that. Right? Yeah, right. But once and by accident, right? Or once or by accident. It's not every other month or every other year that we keep doing it like you. Like you keep doing it and keep doing it, and there's a pattern and keep doing it and doing it. You know, even fucking Tony from Revere, he did it in response to somebody doing it to him, which doesn't justify it, but it was in response to somebody doing it to him. Did he do it again? No.
It is true.
You keep repeating the process and keep doing it and doing it and doing it. So obviously there's a problem.
Too, you know?
Yeah, obviously there's a fucking problem. Like, enough is enough with the fucking putting people. That's why that's why people get scared away from this community. And that's why when people tell Joe, like, yo, this dude being in your chat or talking to your donators is not a good thing, Joe. And he's like, oh, why don't people tell me that? Let me go tell Scott that someone told me that. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then you go tell Scott that someone told him that. For what reason? You know, and then you wonder, oh no, it can't be. No, you know what, Scott, you really, because I heard Joe questioning Scott at times, going, Scott, people are telling me that you speak to my donators and you blah 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 and blah 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 and this and that, and it's like, no, I don't do that and I don't do that, and yeah, he might not do some of the shit that he's accused of, but guess what? He does push these people away by this type of shit, where phone numbers and addresses and threats and this and that come out. I saw him talking about Sith Negan, and I saw him talking about the other guy. That donates to Joe too.
Oh, sick.
Other people. Yeah, a bunch of other people that donate to Joe. Like, I heard him either talking bad about them or just talking to them. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you want that festering and being around your people and your donators, this miserable shit. And why does he even want to be around it? Like, if you don't like it and you don't like the people and you don't like the place, why are you there? Why are you talking to them? Why do you have anything to do with it?
It's like a fatal. It's like, to him, the community or the drama or whatever is a fatal attraction or something. Like, he can't handle he can't handle anything anymore. He's so. Dude, like, just the aura of the whole alien boy. I mean, it's so past that. It's years past that. It's not funny. It's not a thing. He's a psycho for real. He's a weirdo.
Like, listen,
we don't want nothing to do with him.
You
we
know,
don't wish death or nothing, but we don't want to interact with him. We don't want anything to do with him.
This is why this show always does need to continue, because you know what? And you know what? Once a week, yeah, and you know, sometimes we skip a week here and there. But you know what? It needs to have an outlet for me or Mars or Nick or Dave Rose or any one of you guys that are on the Patreon that have a complaint or want to come on here, even to call me out or Nick or anybody. That's what we'll do moving forward, like we always do. We keep this going and we comment on the shit. And you want to know something? Sometimes we might not mention somebody, you know, and it's not because, you know, it's like, we specifically try not to speak about them, because honestly, we always just talk about what we want to talk about on this shit anyway. You know, it's like most of the shows, you know.
But it's like you have two, you do, at least for sure, you do Friday and Saturday night. So whether that's just for news,
well,
jokes,
look, all
games,
I know is I did 10 hours.
You know.
I did 10 hours this weekend. I didn't mention fucking nothing. Anybody,
Exactly.
no drama.
Yeah.
Especially Saturday night, when most of the people that are on have no clue about the bullshit that goes on in the community anyway. Which is a good thing, you know, because I'm surrounded by people who don't play into the bullshit and don't feed into it, you know. And
people don't have to watch everything, bro. If they don't like drama, they don't have to watch that show, bro. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, you know. And if you ask a guy like Mars if he knows what's going on and he came on, he wouldn't be able to tell you, because he doesn't pay attention to it. He doesn't fucking watch what this guy's saying or that guy's saying, or, you know, either. And neither does Nick, really. You know what I mean? Nick, you'll find out.
I don't pay attention.
Yeah, but you'll find out because through the community of somebody.
Tell me the second it happens.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hard not to.
And it's the same thing with me. If I miss it, I'll tell you this.
I wish I could have the discipline to, however you and Mars did do it, to just, you know, phase the community out, drama.
Dude, all I know is, bro, I wouldn't have known shit that some of the shit that was said in the past day or two, unless it was for like Dave's show and other people reviewing it, like Bullsy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bullsy, like, and people reviewing it, yourself. I wouldn't have heard about it because I'm not gonna go and, like, I might once in a while listen to somebody talking shit while I'm working or I'm doing what I have to do, if I can. But there's days that I can't put my ear plugs on and just listen to bullshit and respond to it. There's days that I cannot do that. You know what I mean? So when those days come around, I can't do it. I gotta do what I gotta do first. But the days that I can respond, I'm gonna respond and I can watch it. But lately I've been busy at work because it's the time of the year that everything's fucking busy, and I can't be there during the day most of the time. So it's like I don't hear this shit. But thank God there's people that are reviewing it and shit. And I do have people that still send me clips of people when, like, if some bullshit said, I'm gonna find out about it. Obviously, you know,
it's a difference from like talking shit and what recently people have been doing, which is lying, and then setting up these like narratives about us. Like that's talk. I mean, talking shit's one thing.
It's a whole nother ball game, dude. It's a whole nother ball game, dude. You know, and it's like, honestly, it's just getting old now on all sides because, like I said to Nick before, what has it really done to anyone that I have said or that Nick has said or any one of them has said? What has it really done? Nothing. Nothing. Right? So why do we have to take it outside of that? You can dish it out, but you can't take it? Like, come on, man. If you're going to be in here doing this shit, be able to take it and not go to that next level. You can't.
Yeah, but that's a lot of people in this community suffer from being able to dish it and not take it. It's
I guess so.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
I guess
I've
so.
been guilty of that as well.
Because it's like, dude, why go outside the realm of this? Because I didn't. You know, you might think like, oh, they got friends that do it and they tell these people to do it and this and that. But that's not true. That's unfounded, and there's no proof to that at all. At all. And you can believe that all you want, but the truth is, no, I don't have anything to do with anything illegal. I don't know how many times I got to say it. And if you come at me with a lawyer or cops or anything, and I know it's your name connected to it, I'm going to fucking try to countersue you because I'm not doing anything wrong. I would never put my family at risk like that. I would never do that. Ever. I would never, ever put my life at risk. You know, so
no point.
This, I guess, you know, like, what are you gonna do, man? This will always be a show where I guess you could just discuss it, you know, and it's got to be somewhere that I can have my outlet and other people I work with can have an outlet, and that's it, you know. So anyway, YR, you have anything else to say before I bounce you?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave out of here. But happy 50th anniversary, brothers.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
I hope we get to
episodes,
maybe.
man.
I really want to hear Dave Rose for a little bit, maybe. But I do get my booster tomorrow, so hopefully this is the last time I talk to you guys in my life. But
you're not gonna die, bro.
I'm pretty sure you'll still be a faggot, so you'll be all right.
You're not gonna die from the booster, YR. Stop. Come on.
I mean, half a fag. My bad.
Come on, YR.
All right, brothers.
All right, the great YR, who might be gone tomorrow from the booster shot, ladies and gentlemen. Please don't die. You are now accepted in the community, YR. You have now risen to the tops.
Oh, YR, please don't die. Please don't die. Why are you? You know you're breathing with your booster, and you need your fucking booster. Please don't die. YR without you.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. Like, I don't have to put out a poll. I know that, we need this show. We need this outlet, you know? And most of the time, like I said, it's on the Patreon, and we have our own little fun over there. It's not a lot of people listening, and it's more of like a little, you know, close-knit family, and they basically, who listen to that show, know about what's going on. They get caught up on that show. Matter of fact, I have a couple of people that come to me and tell me, dude, I don't know what's going on in the community till I listen to that show. and they don't get involved, but they know what's going on, and they like listening to it because it's like a soap opera to them.
Yeah,
you know, yeah,
true.
and some nights we have some banging fucking shows on here, No Hard Feelings, where it's like it's just us on the Patreon, but it's a good fucking show where there's a lot of interaction, there's a lot of shit being said, there's a lot of stuff being covered, you know, so it is fun, you know, and it is unique because it's always involving the community or someone in it or a situation in it or, you know.
Let's be honest, though. At the same time, Joe never had the nuts to do something like this.
No,
never
never.
had the fucking balls.
Never
to
thought
gritty like that.
No, never thought of like connecting with the community and talking about people that were in the chat or outside the community or people fighting with each other or people, you know, saying this or saying that and having a place to actually do it. And, you know, the whole reason why, because you remember how I thought of the name No Hard Feelings before we decided to do a show and I had like all the artwork done for it? Because back then, like months before we started this, I was like, man, I really want to do a show where we talk about the community and we talk about like what's going on in it and the situations that are coming and like all the shit that's going on and people that have beef with each other, people that are friends with each other, people who met each other, people who did this or did that, and cover it, you know. And but the only thing that was I had nobody to fucking do it with because there was nobody who was really in tune to the fucking into the community that worked on the channel with me. Filthy doesn't really get involved or watch the community and interact in it. Chris doesn't do that. You know, Lucky Low used to, but only to a certain extent. So it was like I never really had people to do it with. But once you and Mars came around, I knew you guys from the community. I knew you guys in the community. So it just made total sense. Like, oh my God, these guys, they got big mouths just like me. They fucking, you know, they're in the community. They know it. They know the situations. They know the people. It just made sense. It just made sense, you know? And, you know, unfortunately, it grew old for Mars, and I get it because, you know, Mars is doing other things in his life, and, you know, some people don't want to deal with this bullshit, and I get it. So it's unfortunate we don't have him here for the 50th episode, but shout out to Mars and what he does in the Thursday night Dirty Rotten podcast that you can catch every Thursday. And you can also catch it this Thursday, I'm pretty sure. And after that...
No, not this Thursday. Oh.
No, this Thursday?
Christmas, no, this Thursday.
It's Thursday is the day before Christmas Eve.
Yeah, but everyone's so busy, family.
Oh yeah, people definitely are, man. But I think I'm gonna be doing something Thursday night. So I mean, I was gonna do it after Mars, but if he's not on, then I might start a little early. I don't know.
You might want to confirm, but I don't think we're doing anything Thursday.
Yeah, no, I already sent him a message about it. So, but yeah, he didn't confirm with me, but I will. But either way, I'll be on either after or whatever time Thursday night because I do have off from work and I was supposed to do like a karaoke Christmas thing Thursday and Shannon wants to drink and come on and do Christmas carols. So I said, you know what? Let's make a thing out of it and we'll come on and we'll have other people drink and make an idiot of themselves too. So we won't be the only idiots. And guess what? Some people are sending stuff in too. So we already have like 5 people that are confirmed sending in their versions of Christmas songs.
Oh, great. That'll be great.
Yes. So I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a fun night. So don't miss it this Thursday. But besides that, yeah, that's about it for this episode. You know, like we discussed this. We discussed No Hard Feelings itself, right? And other things pertaining to it, right? And I guess the whole thing is this show is needed. That's why I started it in the first place with Nick. That's why I like thought about it and approached Nick on it and wanted to do this because I needed it and I needed to separate the bullshit on my shit. Like I didn't want it to bleed into a Friday night, even though sometimes it does, you know, and I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect, you know? But I definitely think that I've proven, and these guys have proven, we can go hours without talking about the bullshit.
Yeah, of course.
I think we've proven that, right?
Well, yeah, man. I mean, it'd be a little monotonous to like go on all the time or every day and just bitch about people. Like that would be all. I couldn't do that, dude.
I mean, even our worst fucking critic should be able to turn around at this point and say, you know what? Yeah, they can at least shut the fuck up and do other shit.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, some people in this place can't. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Some
I
people
mean, listen, give us that at least, right? Yeah, I might get down and dirty. We might get down and dirty and this and that and say shit and doing this but listen, you know, the address shit and all that is just, it's fucking ridiculous. It really is, to any one of us.
Yeah.
To Minnesota, to fucking me, to Bullfrog, to anyone. It shouldn't happen. It's bullshit. It's like, why you got to do that? Why do you got to do that, man? And you know what? All these motherfuckers talking about karma. Well, you know what? People who put out people's addresses and phone numbers and fuck with people's lives, they're gonna get karma too. And I guess we'll chalk it up to that, you know. And at the end of the day, see what happens. But
yeah, karma's been pounding numbnuts in the ass.
I'm good to move forward. I'm good to move forward without fucking mentioning a fucking word about anybody anymore that I've dealt with in the last week or two. I'm good to just move the fuck forward and never mention them again, and I can do it. There's no problem. You know, but listen, we'll see where the future takes us. But I'll tell you this, Friday nights and Saturday nights, that's for fun. And I will not let anybody or anything ruin that for me.
Yeah.
Because I've learned to shut my fucking mouth. I used to make a lot of my shows like around shit like that. And like if I got pissed off, I would just start, you know, but I would do funny shit with it. You know what I mean? It would never be like calling up somebody's, you know, precinct or, you know, reporting somebody, or it was never that. I would never go there. Never. I never did. I would make a puppet out of it or a fucking a joke out of it or a bit out of it. That's what I do. I'm not going to go for the, you know, I'm not going to go for the overboard gusto and call up cops or FBI or, you know, report people's channels or ask people to report people's channels or like, I don't do that shit, man. Like anybody who does that shit should be like disowned. They should be disowned and not allowed to be in any chat or have anything to do with anything that we do here. All of us. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. You know, and I don't give a fuck what's said in other chats about me. I could care fucking less. You know, I heard a clip of him saying, I can't control what people say about you in my chat. And it's like, I don't give a fuck, dude. I don't care. I said it once. I don't give a fuck. My shit's been in there so much. I don't care. Obviously, if I did, I'd be complaining about it. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. There's no way anybody could stop it. You know, unless you put on the fucking sub mode only. And even when you do that, you got people that are friends with people that they'll let them talk shit. And that's the way it is. You know, there's people talking shit about those people in my chat as the show's going on, right? So, like, I'm not going to be sour about somebody else in someone else's chat doing that. I'm not. How could I be sour about that when people are in my chat doing the same thing? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, no, I get it, man. But that's just how it's always going to be.
Yeah, it's just stupid, man. It's like, I don't have a problem with that shit, man. Like, you want to talk shit about me, go right ahead. You know, knock yourself out. It's all good.
Yeah, I don't care because nothing any of these dudes has any bearing on my real life.
Yeah, exactly. Like when they
just don't.
Dude, when people talk about my real life, like a couple of weird fucks that are in this community that claim they know my life or something, they're so off fucking base. I die laughing about it, dude, when I hear it. Like literally, you could ask Shannon. Like I die laughing about it. Like where I'm like, you know, sometimes I wish these people knew what my life really is, you know. And like I've said a million times, it's not perfect, and there's things that I wish I could have, but I am totally comfortable and I have everything that I need. And why would I want to fuck it up? It's not perfect, but I love it. I love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I'm not miserable. I'm happy. I get up, I go to work, I'm happy. I come home from work, I'm happy. I go right to work as soon as I come home from work. I'm either changing an engine in the fucking washer machine, or I'm outside blowing leaves, or I'm painting the kids' room, or I'm fixing the bathroom tiles, or I'm fucking fixing the rug, or I'm out front doing the fucking, you know, the leaves and the weeds. And like, I'm always doing something, man. I'm like, if I was such a miserable fuck, do you think I'd be doing all these things? And, you know, it's like, people who move around are not like, there's people who are miserable. They sit around all day and do nothing. Those are the people that are
bitch
miserable.
And moan though, dude. Like I
Yeah.
can't imagine that.
Yeah, dude.
Well, this motherfucker. It's just like what?
Yeah, dude.
It's
Like
I'm not thinking about you. Why are you mentioning me?
God, bro.
Like I don't think about you.
I can't see doing that like during the day while the world is turning out there and everybody's moving and it's like you're going backwards. You know? And I'm not saying anybody in particular. I'm just saying like people in general that just go backwards. It's like everybody else is moving forward. You know, it's like
I guess the funny part is even saying this is there's so many people that think it's being specified about them.
No, I'm speaking in general because society is starting to fucking like take on that persona where people are like, hey, fuck it, I'll make more money just sitting at home. You know?
Oh, yeah, true.
That's how it is now, man. People are just like, you know, they're lazy on purpose and they're lazy for a reason. Because they can be.
Yeah.
You know, and then like, you know, some people, because I was speaking to this dude at work and he was like, man, it sucks that I got to fucking come to work every day while these motherfuckers are sitting at home, you know, pulling in as much cash as me. And I'm like, yeah, I get that, dude. But like, you're going to reap the benefits of this when you retire and you go do your own thing. And he's like, well, I'll fucking be dead by then probably. And I'm like, yeah, you might be. But you know what? You're still moving forward and you're doing your thing. You should never feel bad for having a job. You know, don't be down on yourself because you have to work. Like, no way, man. That's part of fucking life, dude. Like, you know, you don't have to enjoy it, but like, you know, you shouldn't shit on your own job. Like, you need it. You know, it makes you run it. It pays the bills. It fucking moves things forward. You know, everybody wishes they could have a fucking trust. You know, a trust or a bank account that. It's sitting there for them.
Type shit.
Yeah, I mean that's nice, and you
I
know,
mean, it'd be nice, but you'd get bored.
Yeah, and I know people that have that their life is just nothing. They don't do shit with it. They just sit around doing nothing. They don't work. They just pay their bills, and it's like, all right, you just keep paying your bills, right? All right, you know, what are you doing in your life? Nothing. Okay, well, all right. You know, you have all this money. Why don't you? You know, go do something with it. You know, I'm like, what the fuck, bro? If I had money like that, I'd be traveling and shit. Well, then again, it's COVID.
You gotta do something.
Yeah.
Traveling, chasing clam.
I'll go clamming. I'll go clamming. You ever gone clamming?
No, I mean
no?
real clamming.
I mean real clamming. I don't mean like
ain't SpongeBob.
I don't mean like pussy grabbing. I mean like like real clamming.
No, I've never been clamming. I lived in the desert my whole fucking life. Where the fuck am I going to go clamming?
I don't know. You know, you're in Canada, but I used to go as a kid.
Up here?
Bro, I don't know. You know, you never know. You could be on the east.
They might know too.
I know that if you're in like, if you're in Ontario and shit. Actually, Ontario has the Marcusson Parkalark. It's the indigenous. No. And I'm like, what? But no, you never know. Like, isn't that like a real ocean over there by like where the Trailer Park Boys were?
Well, there's. Oh, you know, well, that's Nova Scotia. That's where Skuntle is.
You're done.
Yeah, but don't they have like an ocean there that, you know, you have fucking...
Yeah.
So you got clams and shit, right?
Motherfucker!
You got motherfuckers there, but you got clams there. So my point is, like, I don't know. But I used to go as a kid, and we would walk out to like a semi, like, wet but dry, sandy area in the middle of like a bay or whatever, and just start digging and digging and digging, and bang, you would find fucking clams like crazy, dude. We were pulling buckets. Yeah, it was crazy. Buckets of clams out of that shit. And you could sell them, dude. You make a lot of money on them. You know? Put your dick in one. Piss clam.
Well, fuck, why not?
Chick
why
fuck
not?
the piss clam.
You can stick your fucking dick in a butthole and get a pearl.
Have you ever seen a piss clam?
No, I haven't seen a piss clam.
Oh,
Where's
my
a piss
God,
clam?
dude. It literally, as soon as you pull it out, it just pisses everywhere. It just sprays water everywhere.
Oh. Okay.
I'll be spraying you with water. Yeah. Anything else, Nick, before we bounce?
No, I'm good.
No? Episode 50?
I mean, it's been a fucking fun run, and I'm looking forward to doing another 50 if we get that far.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we made the first 50. We didn't know if we'd make it, right? And we did. And there's a lot of shit said, a lot of shit that went down. And, you know, it was fun, the first 50 episodes, man. It really was. And it was a good outlet. I don't want to see it go away, but I want to kind of see, like, you know, after so long of just words, and I wish it was just words, but it's not, unfortunately. It's more than that with some people. And that's the part that sucks, because it's like, if it was just words, we could all just give up and walk away, you know? Wow, what are you laughing at?
Oh, fucking Keith sent me something about clams in Canada. There's a clam here called the Manila clam. I guess it's a clam from the Philippines. I'm like, so my wife is a clam?
The Manila clam. But like I was saying, if it was just words, we could all just say, okay, it was just words. We're even and walk opposite ways. And with some people, it is just words, and we could walk opposite ways. But with some people, it's not just words. It's phone numbers, addresses, work, this, that, and that's the shit part of it all. That's the part that you can't just, you know, walk away and not defend and ignore. You have to watch out. You have to keep your eye on it, you know? You do. Or else you can get fucked.
You have to.
You know? Sucks, that part of it, but some people don't play fair. That's it. Plain and simple.
Yeah.
That's how life is. Life is not fair.
No.
Your job's not fair. Your life's not fair. Money's not fair. People charging us extra money for shit that was $5 one day is $10 the next day. It's not fair. Nothing's ever fair. Sometimes the good guy loses. Nothing's ever fair. So what are you going to do? But anyway, listen, we'll see you guys Thursday night at some time. I don't know what time yet, but I'll find out. I'll let everybody know. Have a good Tuesday. Be safe. Have a good Wednesday if you don't hear from me, and we'll see you soon. And Merry Christmas, everybody. Nick, anything else?
No, I'm out.
No? All right, everybody.
Fuck Tony.
Later, Nick. All right, so Nick's gone. We can start the show now. No, I'm just kidding. But shout out to Nick for coming on every single episode with me. I really thank him a lot for being on every episode. He's always ready to go. He's always down to do the episode. He's always here. And big shout out to Nick for doing that, man. I really appreciate that guy. He's a good dude. He really, truly is. And I'm glad I met him through Mars, and I'm glad that I know Mars. And shout out to him too for being on the beginning of this whole 50 episode run of No Hard Feelings. And it's not going anywhere. It'll still be here. It will be on the Patreon after this week. I don't think we'll do another live show of this for a while on the regular channel. And we'll stick to the Patreon for the next coming weeks with this. And because it is a Patreon show. So, and then we'll see you over there if you're over on the Patreon. Shout out to you. If you're not, make your way over there. Come and join us. Me and Shannon will be on there this week, probably by Friday. We'll have it uploaded. So look for that if you're on the Patreon. And everybody else, like I said, stay safe. Have a good Tuesday. Stay COVID free. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining us tonight. And good night and God bless. Minnesota Vikings, stop being such a fucking yenta, all right?
You're done.
What's in it?
What's in it? Oh, what's in it? What's in it? I wanna know.
What's in it?
What is in it?
What's in it?
Hey, the proof is in the pudding.
The proof is in the pudding.
Hey, the proof is in the pudding.
The proof is in the pudding.
Hey, the proof is in the pudding.
Hey, the proof is in the pudding. In the pudding. Yeah.
Chop the bologna.
It's not not about the bologna anymore. It's all about the pudding. The proof is in the pudding.
The proof is in the pudding.
And my proof is in my pudding. The proof is in the pudding.
The proof is in the pudding.
The proof is in the pudding. Yeah. The proof is in my pudding. And you don't like it 'cause you don't like the proof. And you don't like the real fucking proof. And being real, you could just fake.
Stop the baloney.
And the proof is in pudding.
The proof is in the pudding.
I said, look at the proof is in the pudding.
The proof is in the pudding.
Yeah. It's the proof is in the pudding.
The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. Stop the baloney. Stop the baloney.
It's in my pudding. Look at the proof, it's in my pudding.
The proof is in the pudding.
Proof is in my pudding.
The proof is in the pudding.
Proof is in the pudding.
The proof is in the pudding.
Look at the proof is in the pudding.
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 Stop the baloney.
Look at the
The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. The pudding. The proof is in the pudding. Chop the baloney. Chop the baloney. The baloney. Up the baloney.
No. And don't start talking like a Republican.
What the fuck do you want? The proof is in the pudding.
You're done. Let's continue.
Delectable.
Kane's my best friend.
Damn, my shoot work.
I've already got